Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 109 of Pokerole. We are fashionably late today for the stream, but I honestly kind of expected that. I've had one heck of a busy week. I didn't actually stream on Tuesday because I have Essler visiting here for the week, and honestly, I have barely been on my computer for the last couple days, so just trying to catch up and try to wind up the things. I still want to do Pokerole, though. I was going to take Tuesday off regardless, but Pokerole matters a little bit more, given it's only every other week, so we are catching this one. So I hope everyone is doing okay today. Actually, yeah, players, how are you? How you guys doing today?
Catching this one like we gotta catch them all.
You're catching things. As long as they're not colds, that's good, I guess.
No guarantees.
Aw. I do hope you feel better soon. If you have some, like, Dayquil or something, I would recommend just, like, preemptive Dayquilling. But hopefully you do feel better. Well, I guess just to start out, I would like to say that if... Oops, that's the wrong button. If you like the video, do think about liking and subscribing. If you really want to help out, though, think about coming over to Twitch, as we are trying to reach partner over here, of course. But we need more viewers to do it, so if you want to come by with us, lurk or talk, think about doing so, because it really does help out a lot, and we honestly love to see you. We just kind of started up the stream just recently, so we're sitting at 26 viewers right now. Hopefully it goes up over time. Probably will. But yeah. We also have a pretty cool Discord community if you want to check that out, and you can check out the Pokerole Discord sub-community we have off of that, another server, from links on the main one. I have a coffee link if you want to help directly monetize my content, and I have a merch store if you want to buy some cool merch. Links are in the description. You can check them out at your leisure. And, of course, we also have a wiki, PokePioneers.fandom.com. If you want to check recaps or catch up on stuff or just read bios and such, they're available there, too. Also, though I don't have the display up right now because Pokerole, we are in week 8 of the Weight Gain Drive. This is the final major update, main update for Drawing Week. So we're going to see the end result of that at the end of the week. So watch out for that. It's going to be pretty cool. There's also a website you can view now and later. It's not going anywhere for a while. At WG, !WG, if you want to check it out to see all the art and stuff. Donations are now closed, but you can still check out the site for all cool stuff. So, and Enio, you do a great job for the wiki. I do appreciate it. And I agree with what you're saying, though. If other people want to contribute to the wiki too, feel free. As long as you're not one of those silly trolls that try to grief it, but that doesn't really work because it's a wiki. You can just revert the change. Why do you bother, sir? like, it doesn't matter. But all right. But yeah, if you want to do some positive additions to the wiki, feel free. Anybody's welcome to. But yeah.
Right then. I suppose I should make use of Enio's hard work.
Yes. And I'll show a bit of art while you do.
So many sessions. Right then. Ah, yes. Last time was, as titled here, a celebration of cheer. Ralph is the first to wake up at Mawil's home, seeing her making some delicious pancakes. Ralph greets Mawile with a wholesome kiss on the cheek, and they start to chat. Ralph reminds Mawile about how he'll likely be heading to Sea Spray with the others either today or in the following days, and Mawile tells him in turn that they'll be able to be back in time for the next full moon and aid in Mawile's investigation, so long as they don't linger, at least. Upon further recollections, Ralph remembers that, before they leave, the team was meant to have a spa day before leaving using some spa coupons, and tells Mawile about his last experience in the milk bath. This causes Ralph to think again on how happy he is to have a group of friends now. Mawile tells Ralph that she's happy for him, and hands him some pancakes for breakfast, causing Ralph to start rambling over his meals of the day tier list as they eat. Oh, sorry, that's another sentence.
Remember that.
As they eat, they continue to discuss plans, including Ralph's plan to make a distillery, and how useful it would be for Savan besides getting drunk, due to alcohol's potential uses in medicine. After finishing the food, Ralph hugs Mawile and says his farewells as he goes to the base. Brooke and Tucker wake up before Ryda at the base after some much-needed rest after the orchard stakeout. They organize their inventories, Tucker leaving the art supplies obtained from the archives to the planned daycare. Brooke mentions to Tucker that they should probably go to the spa, since they can also get Ryda familiar with the facilities there when they wake up. Tucker explains that they, unfortunately, may not be able to go with the party since he was going to speak with Rise about his vision. Brooke then says that Tucker can come to the spa whenever he's done, putting one of the vouchers in Tucker's bag. Ryda then wakes up in the tent that they'd set up outside, and then goes inside the base to join the two. Ralph enters the base as well, soon after Ryda. Ryda's tiredness is notable to all, somehow sounding even more monotone than usual, and Brooke informs Ralph of the stakeout the previous night, in addition to letting Ryda know that they can rest more if they feel they need it. Brooke then declares the final plan for the day. Today will be a spa day, and, assuming nothing else significant arises, the rest of the day will be devoted entirely to prepping for the sea spray trip on the morrow. Brooke, Ralph, and Ryda go with Lyre to the spa and spy the Forges sisters seemingly gossiping over something, with Miltank stationed at the reception desk as per usual. Brooke attempts to eavesdrop on the conversation, but is quickly noticed by the sisters, causing them to shuffle further down the spa. Miltank then welcomes the trio in, seeming still a little bit tired this early in the morning as they sip a coffee, with plenty of creamer in it, as I recall. After they each choose their preferred treatment, Brooke and Lyre are brought to a mud bath. Ryda simply soaks in a regular bath, while Ralph, as expected, decides to enjoy another milk bath. After leaving Puppy with Hot Dog, Tucker goes to Rise's home. Rise invites them inside, seeming tired due to not being much of a morning person. He goes to prepare breakfast, evoking feelings of nostalgia in Tucker, considering how Rise used to house Team Cheer for a while. Then, the conversation quickly turns to the topic of how Shadow Sneak is affecting Tucker's vision. The change isn't something to be overly concerned over, as it does fix itself over time, but it is mostly just a sign of overexertion when using it. Tucker apologizes, explaining that he has been pushing himself to be able to be of use to the team, which Rise sympathizes with. Tucker decides to explain to Rise about the powers he'd been granted via connection, about how he had been using them during his time with Team Cheer. Rise remarks on how they were right about assuming that Tucker wasn't just some ordinary puppy, and gives Tucker some words of comfort that, no matter what, he has faith that Tucker will pull through. Tucker then, out of curiosity, wonders how Rise knows about the vision problems. Rise explains that it would happen to him every now and again during his time as a knight with Pangoro and Tiber. He was explained by his previous teacher that, as his species isn't meant to use Shadow Sneak, overexposure to the world that he traveled through when using Shadow Sneak took its toll on him via the impact to his eyesight. The same situation was likely happening with Tucker, which is why Rise can comfortably say that the issue will lessen with more practice, just like it did with him. The conversation then turns to the vision itself, Tucker wondering if Rise knew any specifics regarding it. He explains that, from what he's learned, it is a power similar to a Riolu or Lucario's aura vision. Stronger lights emanating from people are an indication of good health, and vice versa. This causes Tucker to recall the Lurantis he saw the other day, and Rise to recall his time with Tiber. Rise apologizes for making the mood so heavy, explaining that it feels awkward to know that Tiber is, in fact, still around, and how he has tried to speak with them, but communication has been difficult on both sides of the conversation. Tucker moves to comfort Rise, and Rise chuckles before repeating how Tucker has no need to worry about the eyesight issues before asking if there was anything else the Puccina wanted. In an attempt to lighten the mood, Tucker shows off the outfit he'd received from the seamstress, which successfully raises both of their spirits. With the mood lightened, Rise asks Tucker if he'd wondered if he came up with any new names for Puppy, considering Rise's nickname for Tucker is also Puppy, to which Tucker answers that he's waiting to let Puppy decide when they're older, if they want. Rise chuckles about Tucker being a considerate carer, and the topic turns to Noibat. Tucker explains about how Noibat had undergone a trial at the Cave of Mirrors, which catches Rise off guard. Rise ponders if he's being too overprotective of Noibat, to which Tucker tells him about how useful Noibat was to him. Rise explains that, partly, the reason he's so protective of Moibat is that he wants to help Moibat realize he doesn't need to focus on becoming stronger to be useful, and jokes that perhaps it's his dragon heritage that causes him to be so focused on being physically powerful. He soon says that he'll at least try to be less protective of Noibat, if that's what he really wants. He then brings up about how he'd been told Luxray was in town, and wanted to know how long he'll be in town with Team Cheer. Tucker explains the plan was to have a spa day before leaving tomorrow. Rise keeps this in mind and gets up to clean the dishes before mentioning to Tucker that he'll be willing to try and take care of Puppy if necessary, accidentally muttering how he'll be willing to be Puppy's grandparent, then waves Tucker off and wishes them a good day at the spa. As he leaves, Tucker overhears Rise muttering over what outfit he should put on to speak to Luxray. Tucker then makes his way to the spa, greeting Miltank and deciding to join Brooke and Lyre in the mud bath, using up the last of the vouchers. He notices that Lyre seems a bit confused at the concept, but does seem to at least be relaxing. As they relax, Tucker lets Brooke know about how Rise told him there's no need to worry about his eyesight, and that it'll get better just like last time, which is a comfort to Brooke. Everyone finishes up their treatments when they're ready and leaves their baths to wait in the lobby. Ralph and Rida are the first ones out, leading into Ralph asking Rida about possibly tutoring him in using psychic power. Rida agrees to do so, though warns Ralph that they have no intention on holding back due to Ralph's inexperience. Rida first gives Ralph a test by seeing if he can hover Rida's seeing orb using psychic power. He manages to succeed in doing so, if only for a brief period, which Rida commends, and then gives him the next task of stopping Rida from slamming the orb into his chest using those same powers. After enough time, Miltank notices the training going on and asks the two to stop such things in the spa. It's not a training arena. Brooke, Tucker, and Lyre soon finish their mud bath and join the two in the lobby as well. Miltank also asks how Brooke, Tucker, and Lyre felt regarding the mud bath, to which they respond positively. Miltank mentions possibly trying to expand the spa to include a general public bath, but says that most of the residents seem to be content just cleaning themselves using the oasis if it's needed. Also dust baths. Miltank also gives everyone a Tauros tail treat to enjoy after the treatment, which everyone seems happy to receive except Rida, who isn't too big a fan of non-nutritious food. Miltank also remembers to ask Tucker about how the salve she'd given him to help with the burns he'd received from Salazzle was doing. Tucker explains that the salve definitely helped his fur growing back, and he decides to purchase another salve just in case something similar happens again. Ryan notices this and mentions that they may be interested in learning how to produce medicinal salves. Words. To which Miltank shares the recipe for the salve she'd just given to Tucker, and also explains that they can likely ask the Forges sisters to teach them to make more if they should choose. Then, the team leaves the sauna, each to do their own things. Brooke decides to continue practicing a meld move at base, with Lyre returning to the base with him to oversee the training. Also because Lyre doesn't have anything to do in town. Fancy decoration! Tucker, recalling something he wanted to do, searches for Luxray. He finds them at the market, doing a little bit of window shopping to see if there was anything he wanted to bring back to the archive. Or rather, to his library. Tucker first brings up that Rise is intending to try and find them later, which he thanks the Pucciana for letting him know. Tucker then decides to ask Luxray if he could help them with learning Thunderfang. Luxray says that, while he's willing to teach Tucker, he wouldn't be able to fully teach him by the time it'd take for them to reach Sea Spray. However, if Team Cheer would be willing to stay for a few days, Luxray will be willing to offer them lodgings to give him more time to train. Tucker says that they'll likely stay in Sea Spray a while to make sure the shaman ends up properly recovered. So Luxray's offer would be much appreciated. The two then spend a bit of time wandering around the market together before returning to the base, where they start the Thunderfang training. Ralph follows Rida around to practice his psychic power. However, upon noticing Ralph trying to stealthily steal their orb, Rida then simply teleports out of view. The two end up in a brief competition to see who could pickpocket the most from the other. When the two finish the contest, Rida explains that they plan to speak to Blaze about crafting a weapon. Ralph gives Mawile some directions to the clubhouse Hmm.
Hmm.
Is that what happened? Ralph
No,
gives
no.
Mawile
You cut out for a little while.
No, I stopped.
Oh, okay. Okay, never mind.
I was squinting at this line and trying to remember. Is that what happened?
You stopped
Is that-
yourself
I don't
so
recall.
abruptly, I
Wow.
thought your internet messed up.
No, I apologize.
It's okay. You're good.
Ralph gives Mawile some directions to the clubhouse to find Blaze, since the sooner Ryder can finish what they plan to do, the sooner they can resume training. Upon reaching... Maybe it's Ralph giving Ryder
I think,
directions?
yeah, Ryder got directions
Okay.
from Ralph on where Blaze was.
That's probably just a misnomer, because usually Ralph and Mawile go together like peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, Ennio said in the chat, wrong name.
Ah, it's fine. It just gave me pauses like squint wait Mawile was present. Anyway, Ryder ends up asking Blaze about potentially using the Dragon Eater parts they have as material to make a scythe, creating a projection of what they are envisioning. Blaze admits they are unused to using parts of organic life forms and says that they'll give it a shot, though they make no promises of it looking as edgy as the projection Ryder envisioned. Blaze then asks if they have any other materials they'd want to use for the scythe, to which Ralph offers some of his own Dragon Eater parts, but they can't contribute much else. Blaze asks if there's anything the two want from him as quartermaster rather than a blacksmith, and upon request, gives the two a handcuff rope. Oh, right. We looked that up, it's a hank. The two then leave the Charizard to grumble about all the work he's taking on and how he's unfortunately enjoying it, returning to the base to trade. Rise knocks on the door of the Team Cheer base and is greeted by Hot Dog, who lets them know that they're behind the house. Rise goes around the house to approach Luxray and Tucker, who are practicing Thunderfang after Luxray explained to Tucker how their move is used. Super dry lecture, Tucker staring blankly. Brooke greets Rise, which alerts the two to his presence. Rise then invites the team to a small celebration at his home to serve as a proxy birthday for the members of Team Cheer. Everyone agrees to go to the celebration, including Riley after a bit of coaxing from Tiber and Ralph. The celebration evokes feelings of nostalgia in many of the Team Cheer members, recalling their beginnings and how they stayed in the Lipard's abode for a while. Rise apologizes that, though he tried to prepare a cake for all of the original members of Team Cheer, it was too short notice for him to prepare one for Ryda, though Ryda says they don't mind, as they aren't too fond of cake. Team Cheer has a fun time, recalling the past adventures and remembering how much they want to help Zamantown after they took the original four in. And then and then rest to prepare for the trek to Seaspray the next day.
Howdy ho.
Nice.
Also concerned, Charum.
Sorry. What's really weird is that I injured my foot, and then it was actually like kind of bad for a bit. But then afterwards, when I was cleaning it up, I literally couldn't figure out where the injury actually was, because I think it was probably a very small point of stab. So I couldn't really apply too much
Rest
to
and
it.
put your foot up.
So I'm just paying close attention to see if I feel any pain on that part of the foot, and if I do, I'll apply more Neosporin and a Band-Aid to wherever it is. I don't know where it is. I will. Elevate foot. Elevate foot. Yeah, that might be a good idea, actually. Go get a tetanus shot. I really hope that's not necessary. We'll see what happens in the rest of this week. If anything, if nothing happens for the rest of the week, I think I'm good.
Yeah, you really don't want tetanus, because I think that'll stop you from talking.
No, I need that.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Tetanus is highly,
See,
highly deadly.
We couldn't figure out what it was. I have no idea what actually stabbed into my foot, so... Whatever it was, it was small, pinpricky. It didn't get... At first I thought it was a splinter. It did hurt when it happened. I thought it was a splinter, but I think whatever it was immediately fell out after doing that. So it didn't stay in my foot.
It would be apparent if it was like a rust cut, I think.
I'd wager it was a piece of wood from the flooring.
Yeah, more than likely, I'd say. Like if you
is
weren't,
still not great.
Yeah, if you weren't in a junkyard or something, then it's probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, but on the legit, tetanus is so deadly that with modern treatment, like if I had tetanus and I get modern medical attention, it still has a 10% mortality rate.
Yikes.
Jeebus.
I mean, what's the first sign of tetanus? Just so I know, I guess. Like, I'm gonna watch for pain. I literally don't know where the injury is after cleaning it up. It wasn't hurting then, and I just couldn't find it again. I did take I took a bath and soaked it after it all happened. So.
Tetanus is essentially it comes from heavily rusted cuts. So
yeah, I doubt it was metal.
fine.
I doubt it was metal. It was probably either
Yeah.
debris that fell out of the old AC, which could include leaves, bugs. Like actually, that would have been bad if it was like an old stinger, because
Yeah.
I'm actually deathly allergic to bee, wasp, hornet venom. So yeah, fun fact.
If it was an old stinger, the venom
Would probably not be there, or it'd be
Yeah.
probably ineffective. But I think it was probably some wood, because unfortunately, though I've done my best to take care of this place, the Thunder Bay is full of thunderstorms, go figure. And unfortunately, the window of the bedroom is facing most of the weather, so some water has gotten in, and the flooring has had a little problem to it. So I think I could see a bit of wood breaking off from the floor a little bit and stabbing into my foot. I could see that easily.
Yeah, for sure. Alright.
Well, so long as you're okay.
I think I am. I don't feel any pain after it all happened. I seem to be fine today too. I've been physically exhausted. I've been very busy the last couple days, barely at the computer. So it's kind of nice to sit down, actually. Did I interrupt the end of the week recap, by the way? Sorry.
Nope.
Okay.
No, it was over.
All
The
right.
end of the recap was y'all went back to rest after the party.
Last episode was quite nice. A lot of good conversations. I like the rice conversation. I also still very much appreciate how you mixed in a birthday celebration to fit with the fact that it was my birthday literally on last Pokerole. Because for anybody unaware, last Pokerole was literally my birthday. So, yeah, I did hate it. Essler made sure I just polyspore in the general area of the entry, so I did. So it should be probably okay. Essler's taking charm for a walk. No, he's doing me one better. He's giving me car rides. But yeah. Also, the conversation of Ryzen about Shadow Snake and how that can affect dark types since they're not ghosts. I kind of like the idea that Pokemon working with type moves outside of their own type may experience a little bit more exertion or exhaustion from it. I think it's kind of a neat idea, since it's not a natural element of their body.
I mean, Starmie can learn, what is it, Thunderbolt and Flamethrower?
Yeah, Starmie's weird as hell. Thunderbolt especially. It's like, how do they pull that off without completely electrocuting themselves?
Gemstone.
I guess so, yeah.
In any case, let's get some of these models off the
Yes.
table.
And Rita has been upgraded to shy mode because Rita was always meant to be shy, and I just never really paid attention to that. So now there's the right model now.
Half of the people didn't know Ryder was shiny. Don't be too hard on yourself. Literally half of everyone didn't know.
To be fair, like, your shade of shiny is not too far off of the normal shade of, like, Curlia.
It's really in between the colors.
It is
actually.
subtle enough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Honestly, I like it more because it's like Ryder is a shiny, but not, in their own way.
I like your color scheme. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's bad. Or just it didn't stand out to me as shiny. That's all. I think it's good though. I do see it now being
they
folded,
were
though.
shiny, but then
Well, you drew them, so of course you did.
but then when I drew it, yeah.
Artistic intuition at that point.
Also, speaking of
Reference images.
Mm-hmm. That helps too, yeah.
well, speaking of illness, I hope you feel better soon, Kyrio.
I agree.
I don't feel terrible, just itchy throat and a stomachache.
Yeah. Honestly, Esler had a stomach bug for the last couple days too, so it's just, I don't know, just a lot of people's stomach problems right now.
All right.
Oh, Hetterine's back.
From the
Alright.
pocket space they were probably in.
Volume warning. We can change to... What is this? Locale 6.
Okay. I'll turn it down a little bit, since you said that.
Yes, this one is loud.
Okay.
Right then.
Good night, Enyo.
Yes, good night, Enio. Thank you for dropping by.
Coin.
Yeah.
As is appropriate for this song.
Oh yeah, by the
Sun's-
way, here you go. There. Sorry, just
Oh,
remember.
thank you. The sun starts to filter through bedroom windows. The day after your celebration. And today is the day you leave Savantown and finally finish what you started. So, what is everyone doing in the morning as they prepare to go?
Stretch, we'll do some toe touches, and then go, oh, you know, I should do psychic toe touches. And, like, I try to do psychic toe touches, whatever that entails.
You psychic. No, I could tell you what. If you don't mind me taking over for a second, you should flip a coin, Tubby. If you get a tails, I know what you did.
Did he flip himself upside down, perhaps?
Was that a flip? Oh, you actually succeeded. I can't say it then. Or is that a flip? All right, just tell me when you're actually flipping. Is that it?
Yeah.
All right, then you tell me what cool thing did you do?
I don't know, I was just thinking touching my feet with psychic.
Like a psychic hand sort of thing?
Yeah, like touch my toes. with psychic.
Reaching out your hands, concentrating real hard, and you just get little psychic bumps on your... that bump on your feet.
You know what I expected out of if he messed that up? I expected him to psychic his feet to get an aura, and then he just pulls and like he just literally trips himself backwards onto the
That's
ground.
what I was expecting.
That's what I was picturing myself. Like pulling a carpet out for somebody.
Pulling it out from under himself.
Just does a full 360, lands back on his feet. Brooke is likely downstairs, collecting all of our guest characters and making sure we are prepared for the journey. Oh yeah, who are you taking with you, aside from the obvious? If you're taking anyone else.
I guess it's leader's choice what guest party members are involved.
Luxray, by the way, did not come back with you all. However, they are downstairs in the morning. Ryda is outside training.
Figured they'd do something while waiting for everyone.
Oh, right, Ryda rises with the sun. I recall this.
Assuming they don't deprive themselves of sleep.
Tucker would probably just be in his room, spending a little extra time with Puppy before they go. Nothing too special. Or maybe that is special. He's kind of already arranged his bag for the trip and stuff, if I recall, so...
An invitation was given to Riley and Lizard, but I assume they declined since Riley is still adjusting to being a Lucario. This is fair. Riley does want to go. However, Riley wants to see this through. I remember specifically this is one of those things where Riley felt very strongly about wanting it fixed.
Well, yeah, he was directly involved, after all, with the whole Shaman incident, so...
So, I can't promise I will speak prominently as Riley, but Riley is going to come along.
Okay.
And By proxy, Lizard is also going to come along.
If memory serves, Shaman reacted around Riley, said hated. Yeah, I think they did have a special interaction. I can't really quite remember the details, but yeah. It would probably be good to have Riley. Oh, you know what, actually? Hold on. I just realized there's something that there was a Tucker-Ryda interaction that didn't happen last time. So actually, after Tucker spent some time with Puppy, he's probably going to look for Ryda, who is, well, outside trading. That's fairly obvious. Ryda's been spending a lot of time outside, actually. Squirrel's in charge of front desk. This works perfectly. Just give him paperwork, and a pencil so he can write answers to people if they don't understand sign language. Just holds up signs.
Squirrel is in charge of the front desk.
Well, my thought was originally immediately like Squirrel's at the front desk. Somebody comes in, is like, "Hey, I need to speak to somebody." Squirrel just scribbles for a second and just holds up a sign saying "lunch break," and the Pokemon's like, "What? You're not even eating?" And then Squirrel just pulls out a sandwich and just stares, eating the sandwich.
have a little sign. If you want your money back, not that we charge. If you want your money back, ask the Squirtle. The Squirtle can talk, so.
Y'all are gonna teach that Squirtle so many terrible things.
But yeah, correct me if I'm wrong though, Hydra. But I do believe the Amis fractal shell was still an open point of conversation.
It is indeed. It was never brought up.
All right, this seems like a good time. So Tucker would go out to talk to Hydra about that. Which I don't believe Hydra... I was right about that. Right? I don't think Hydra knows about the shell at all. I think that was never actually shown to them.
No, it was not.
So
Who's Rydra?
Hydra!
Yeah. Just matching up the names.
That's her evolved form. I don't know.
Ooh.
New name!
Oh, dude! Part dragon, fucking, Gardevoir.
Rydragon.
Yeah, Rydra. Or, no, Ryda would Ryda become a Glade.
Who's to say?
Who's to say? I guess we'll have to find out, won't we?
Gladra.
I don't know if you want to make it a scene, but it's up to DM, really.
You two can interact. I am always happy when the players get to interact and roleplay with each other.
Okay. Well, Tucker will head on outside, and I don't know what ride is trading or if it's interruptible.
You see two Rydas.
Oh. Tucker looks about ready to speak to the first rider he sees, but then he looks at the other rider and opens his mouth for a second and just kind of pauses, not sure who to talk to.
They both look at you, and then one disappears.
Oh, so that's the real rider.
He kind of says under his breath.
I wanted to show you something. After you used hypnosis on Puppy the other day, I was thinking about something.
Oh.
Tucker will pull out his half of the fractal shell. I think the other half is with Riley, right? I can't remember, actually.
Yeah,
the other
he
half
made it
was
into the
used to make
sword.
Riley's outfit.
Yeah.
I thought he made it into a sword.
Nope.
That's right. It's the outfit.
It makes it easier for him to do the whole Orzhov thing.
So
though.
Tucker will actually this will actually be given to Ryda, at least for the time being.
Ooh.
Yes. So
All right.
Tucker will show the shell, and he will explain.
Careful if you look into the middle of it. It actually causes, I think it's hypnosis. Kind of like your skill.
I see. How interesting. Perhaps this can be useful.
Didn't have a lot of use for me, but maybe it has more for you. It came from a meteor, I think. Well, we just kind of found it in a random glade, if I remember.
I see. A meteor with strange properties. I will put it to use. Thank you.
Tucker wakes. Tucker share.
Nice.
And if Ryda does look into the fractal shell, they will feel a familiar sort of psionic pull.
Right to have a glance, but knows better than to look too deeply into it.
If I recall correctly, you have to look at it for a second to truly fall asleep, but yeah.
Well, and Rida is also psychic, which means they have just a bit more
Resistance.
mental fortitude than the rest of you.
Yeah.
Ralph could probably also look at it for more than a second or two.
Wasn't there one person that thing didn't affect? I can't remember who, though.
You?
Oh, did it not affect... It doesn't affect Tucker.
You're dark.
Right.
Even though it's continuously established that support moves still affect regardless of type.
Granted, a gem with a perpetual effect isn't exactly a support move. It's more of a Pokemon ability kind of level thing at that point. Well, I don't know what you call a passive like that.
Also, yes, Kyrio, you are correct. Liar is just joining you guys because there's nowhere to really put them. Also, Liar's just going to follow you unless you stop them.
They could stay at the base, but also, I mean, they can fall if they want to.
Let us bring Liar.
Yeah, he can play us a ditty.
He could. What is it called? A busker? He could play at Sea Spray. Make money. Yeah, it's busker. I was right.
Okay, who is our cook? It's Hot Dog, right?
I guess, because Lizard is going with you all. Oh no. I have to deal with him. He squints. Squirtle looks up. Hot Dog looks over. No, not you. Him. Squirtle pauses to think, and then just nods and goes back to sitting at the front desk. Big smile on their face.
Good job, champ. You hold this place down. Don't let anyone pull no shenanigans. Run a tight ship. You got this.
If him is referring to Puppy, I can immediately think that Houndoom just has to deal with Puppy trying to nom at his, like, bone armor.
Nope.
Oh, there's another him, huh?
What's the one character you haven't seen in a while?
Paw.
I'll give you a hint. I'm back!
Zeal?
Oh.
Oh, no.
Zeal just marching through the door, looking pleased with themselves.
Welcome. Welcome back. We're leaving.
I have completed a mission!
Oh, awesome. We left Squirrel in charge, so you have to see him about your debriefing. I'll oversee the debriefing though.
Staring into space, saucer eyes, as Zeal tries to process that Squirtle is in charge and he is not.
Yep, you gotta do whatever he says. Lucky for you, they don't say anything.
Just give me a quick rundown, Brooke says. Zeal does that really big inhale like he's going to say stuff like a mile a minute. Well, okay, I didn't do it all by myself. Hakamo helped me. It was just a retrieval mission, though. Somebody lost an apple. Who loses an apple out here?
Huh.
Oh well, I got paid. And he just, out of his bag, drops down, like, this little satchel that's like 20 poke.
Nice. You found it before it got rotten, I hope.
I don't know. Can metal apples rot?
Metal apple? The metal apple?
Yeah, it was all
That
shiny.
doesn't sound very tasty. Oh well.
I mean, I didn't try eating it. I wanted to, but Hakamo said I shouldn't.
Yes, Finders Keepers doesn't work too well in retrieval missions.
I guess you could throw a metal apple really hard at something and it would hurt.
No, Ralph's gonna get his own orb.
See, that's exactly what I told Hakamo. And then they used it like, the rolly ball thing from that one game in Sea Spray, and they bowled over a bunch of cottony, and it was fun.
Oh, that does sound like fun, actually. Why don't we have... Well, I guess we got more important things to build first as, like, I go off mumbling and rambling.
They played bowling.
But yeah, I don't need an orb. I am the orb.
Oh, before I forget, while Kyrio is typing, Happy International PMD Day, apparently.
Oh, you mentioned something like that. I didn't look this. I didn't even know this was a thing. But yes, it's interesting. We went from one special day last Pokerole to another special day this Pokerole. So let me actually look this up. Oh, that's really cool. I found some immediately awesome colored art that somebody did. Actually, it seems like this is a day that's been running for a while. This is 2021 art. But yes, indeed, August 2nd. Wonder why August 2nd?
Because other days are taken.
I wonder if it's like a special day because like it's a release day for a game or something.
National Pokemon Mystery Gun today. Inception year 2019.
Oh. Got more information than I did. Oh, there we go. Oh, I found 2018 when a Spanish Twitter user named Deep Dope had the idea of wearing an avatar for one of the game's Pokemon for 24 hours. Another user, Ruin Bread 2, suggested he do it on August 2nd, a day like today, which is why we were celebrating.
Okay, then.
I'm not sure why that day was suggested, but cool.
Look, most holiday origin stories are just as normal as that one.
I dig that though. So the guy was wearing an avatar of one of the Pokemon for 24 hours to basically emulate the idea that you wake up and get turned into a Pokemon. So basically just stayed as a Pokemon for 24 hours. That's actually pretty cool, actually. I like that.
I will note that Luxray is conversing with Hatterene off to the side. Hatterene looks much less terrible now that they have had time to decompress in solitude.
That is such a mood.
Well, good job, Zeal. You've become a true pioneer, Brooke says with a grin. Do you have enough supplies? Logistics is an important thing to remember if you're doing missions solo, even with Hakamo. We were able to hunt up our own food, if that's what you're asking. I'm kidding. We had enough. Not that dumb. Even though I don't quite understand the word log sticks.
Log sticks.
Log sticks, just as important as logistics, honestly.
Wow.
That sounds like a tasty meal, log sticks.
Just eat some sticks of wood. I sure love me some log sticks.
Luxray deadpans at Ralph.
Oh yeah, you would get like a thin log, right? Maybe like a cinnamon, and you'd fill it with beef or ham or something, right? And you'd wrap it around. And he's like really thinking on how this would work.
I think we should probably go before Ralph tries to make an experiment of your kitchen.
Yeah, let's go.
Experiment that involves bringing a bunch of highly flammable wood into the kitchen. Yeah, let's not burn down the base.
That'd be bad.
Log stick. Logistics just means making plans for how you use your resources, Burke says. Keep up the good work.
We'll expect a full report when we get back.
Zeal salutes.
I look at the Squirtle. I look at the Squirtle and say, pencil, blue or black ink, or blue crown is acceptable. Okay.
Whether or not Ralph understands, Squirtle signs at Ralph saying, "You're not my manager."
I just give a thumbs up. You too, buddy. Because I don't know. I'm gonna go outside and chill.
Did Tucker want to do anything else before Ryda went back to training?
Well, yeah, that was the main thing was that he just wanted to show Ryda that and give it over in case it was useful.
I think it will be.
Okay. Aside from that, no, I guess he'd stop and distract. He'd leave Ryda to things.
In that case, Ralph, if you go to check on Ryda, you see Ryda fighting a copy of himself.
Oh, that looks useful. There's two of you. Imagine how much work you could get done. Oh! Get this. Okay. You make two of yourself, right? One of you goes to someone's front door and knocks on the door, and then the other goes and knocks on the back door. So they answer the front door and start talking to you, and they get a knock at the back door, and when they go over there, you're over there too. They don't know what's going on.
They both pause, look at you, and tilt their head. Ralph, we could use teleport.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Mine just got blown there.
By the way, Ryda, you can add a tick to your thing. Since I know what you're working on.
Yes.
Tucker actually spends most of the period being a bit, the kind of wake up and prep period, being a bit scarce, actually. Part of that is just that he has stuff on his mind because of all the talks for the other day.
And likely getting Puppy back into the custody of Miltank and Crocodile.
Yes, he's also going to make a trip for that.
And then suddenly, Ralph has a most brilliant idea ever. Yo, what if you used it to get in line for the daily meal twice? Yo.
I see no use in doing such thing. I only require one meal.
Also, just... I don't know that Ralph is actually missing this. Like, the player of Ralph is missing this. But, if Ryda looks the same with their duplicate, would it matter?
I mean, if both are visible at the same time, who's to say there can't be two short, shiny curlios?
Identical with the same crack in their horn that is very unique, along with unique attire.
They're twins!
I do like how when it comes to Tubby playing Ralph, sometimes it's a matter of, is this Ralph not knowing something, or is this Tubby not knowing something?
Or is it
It's good roleplay, man.
Ralph
It's good roleplay is what we're saying.
Yeah. Dude, legit, sometimes it's Ralph just playing dumb and fucking with people.
Yeah. That's why it's always it's always fun to figure out which it is.
Huh. I tried to do some psychic toe touches this morning. Wonder if that would turn me upside down. Well, I'm gonna try and turn you upside down. I'm gonna try and turn her upside down with psychic.
Oh no.
Yeah. She's small and light, I'm sure. Unless
Right.
she's like super dense. I assume bright as light.
No, right is the lightest of the group.
Like, literally almost a twig. Hence the bill thing, too.
Alright, special contest channel, and if Ryda wants to resist, they can roll the same thing.
Oh, they're definitely doing that. Special contest, what?
Channel.
Okay.
Here we go. We just turn you upside down. 4, not bad.
Come on, Ryder.
Come on, give me that big fat 0.
Yeah, no. You get flipped instead.
That would be amazing.
Ralph, you and Ryda lock wills in a battle of psychic might. So much so that the both of you begin to float as you attempt to flip each other, and then slowly, Ralph, you are flipped a full 360 degrees backwards, and then set on it.
Psychic type's version of arm wrestling be like...
Why not?
And Ralph is just laughing. Oh man, having psychic powers is fun.
It has its utilities.
This is a power I will exclusively use responsibly.
I highly doubt that.
And you two back at the tower, just slowly munching on popcorn, as this is his first show of the day.
I actually really like the idea, like, yeah, what if you could just monitor people you've met, and you just use that to basically just get some TV? Basically, like, oh, who's doing something funny today? Like, change the channel.
Alright. Since we've apparently got time to lollygag, then we should get going, Perk says. Team 1, follow me. Riley, don't lead Team 2 into a pit. Lizard, don't lead Riley into a pit. I would never. You better not. You know I would.
Didn't you almost fall into a pit when we first met him?
Lizard, don't let Riley randomly jump over pits he could walk around. Because he does that.
But I didn't. I leapt over it. Gracefully.
Cause you're awesome. Alright, I guess we better get going.
Alright, seems like the guests are going in group 2.
That would make sense. Though, was Luxray supposed to train Tucker during the trip too?
He was, which means he cannot be in group 2. He has to be in group 1.
Or Tucker has to be in group 2, one or the other.
Nah, Luxray can be with you guys.
Okay.
DM said this is easier.
This is easier. That way I don't have... Yeah, hooray, the NPCs are compartmentalized.
That is convenient, actually. Works out.
Yeah.
Plot and gameplay, plot convenience and gameplay cohesion.
Of course, Mawile is going to come to see at least Ralph off. Basically doing a combine mission. Team 1 clears the path, Team 2 protects the client. That's fair. I guess Hatterine's the client. Liar's just happy to be included.
Nice.
Yay!
Yeah. I shall hug Mawile the goodbyes and give her a big kiss on the forehead.
Mawile gives Ralph a big hug and provides a bag of quote-unquote rations for you all, which happen to include buttery biscuits as well as tarts.
Nice.
Or rather, tart slices. And for anyone that doesn't know, tarts are basically often fruity flavored mini pies that are made with molasses. At least so far to my knowledge. Basically, extra rations for y'all, because you've got guests.
Die.
Alright. I'm betting soundtrack is in dungeons. Oh, I forgot about that one.
That one.
Yeah, dungeons number 1. I don't even remember the description for that one.
Which one?
Amp Plains.
Oh, Amp Plains is from base game.
Ah.
It's one of the, because I have a few. I peppered around a few actual Pokemon Mystery Dungeon remixes into our soundtrack. Mostly original music because I want our game to have its own flair. But it's nice to have every now and then some remixes, especially if we go back to older comments.
Yes. It's just one of those that I didn't recognize from my notes.
Mm-hmm.
In any case, Dungeons number 1, song 34.
Okay.
Since you all are returning to the Rusted Canyon.
Yes.
I can extrapolate the travel time if you all like. And just give you guys ample time to talk about things and or train.
Indeed.
Indeed.
That way I'm not making you all do the lengthy 2.5 day travel in nitty-gritty format.
Yeah, fast travel. Sort of like in the universe we're still walking there.
Time skip.
Brooke will practice all his mode moves as many times as possible.
Nice. So, right, so with teleport, is it like harder the longer the distance, or what?
That is a good question. Car?
Yes. The longer the distance, the more difficult it is to travel for teleport. It's easier if you have been to the place, and that's kind of a requirement, especially for a long-distance teleport. But there's other factors and things that can be done to make it easier. The library in particular is very easy for residents of it to get back to, as well as to leave from. But, you know, psychic, nexus, ley line, timey-wimey BS.
Ryder will relay this to Ralph and they're right away.
Okay. I wonder if we could put some sort of teleport beacon in the base. And then, yeah.
And as I put in the chat while you all have been chatting, you can train 1 move each day, including meld moves if you so wish, and gain a tick for each day that you are training, including the half day.
Okay, how many days of travel will this be?
The total is 2.5 days. At the midpoint, you will get to Old Man Mudbray's ranch.
Okay.
Yeah, well, Ralph will definitely be practicing his psychic.
And Tucker will, assuming he's not annoying Lux, right, practice the entire trip. So that means I should just add the points now or wait till later?
Yeah, you can add the points now if you want.
Yep, just Thunderfang, nothing else.
Yep. Luxray promised to train you, and the bare minimum they can do is continue the very dry lecture.
And Ryder will focus on their move on all 3 days.
So, Old Man Mudbray is going to remark about how it ain't time for the vacation yet. Ain't been a year. Has it?
Maybe. Is your mind slipping that bad?
I don't know. Is it? Just grinning at you, kind of gap-toothed.
So, I mean, do you remember the last time we saw you and we fought off the giant... That's the randomest Pokemon possible. The giant Pidgeotto? You do remember that, right? The giant Pidgeotto came down and, like, picked up your barn. We all had to fight it.
Nope.
Good.
I remember when the Pidgeys made off with the roof of the barn, but that weren't before I met you all.
Good. Well, it's good that you don't remember that, because the giant Pidgeotto never existed, so I guess your memory is pretty good.
Don't worry, there's a lot of us, but this isn't an official visit. Oh, good! Well, y'all can stay in the barn this time. Unfortunately, I happen to have farmhands now, so the rooms are taken up at the moment. 4 farmhands, to be exact.
Oh. Well, I don't see any on you. I mean, you've got 4 farm hooves.
I remember you. You're funny.
Yeah.
It's the Machamp.
Oh, that's...
That's my first guess when he said 4 farm hands. I was like, wait, is it?
Shit meant 4 guys.
My mind immediately went to Machamp.
Oh, that'll make Ralph laugh. Yeah, see, this guy knows I'm funny.
Yes, the one from the Alcazar.
I have a random question. Rita already got the recipe for the salve, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Was it ever described what it required?
No.
Okay. Just wanted to randomly say, if I recall correctly, Mudbray does sell some things. I don't know if any of those things might be ingredients for such a thing. Just a thought.
Mudbray can sell you some of the medicinal ingredients and reagents that you need. Not all of them, but some of them. Since
I recall he was kind of a
some.
farm store. Like he could probably get some different things like eggs and stuff. I don't remember what he had for sale last time. It was a long time ago.
I mean, if any of you besides Brooke had money...
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
That would be great, but that is broke.
Rita, what is the concept of money?
Never had it.
You said that's so cool, like, I never own money. Yeah.
Feel free to fill out a requisition form. That is the best leader answer ever.
You know, I should go check on my old buddies, the Marie. Make sure they're doing good.
As I recall last time, I said that there were Wooloo as well as Mareep this time.
Yeah, go wave hi to them. How's it going, you guys? Didn't we, like, give them seawater or something? I forget what we gave them.
Tucker actually goes with you because he also was kind of beat up with the reap last time too.
I believe it was a jar of seawater that was brought back as a souvenir.
Yeah. Ooh, and I'm gonna show them. Yeah, I'm gonna show them my thing when they say hi.
Makeshift ironies. What thing are you showing them?
I'm gonna show them the Zephyr.
That's
Oh,
all
right. It had the little plastic fish in it.
Tucker comes over the fence and like puts his paws up and steps towards the herd. He is, after all, a dog, so he's got some herding nature in him. So he's interested in how the sheeps are doing.
The sheep seem to be doing fine. I'm curious what Rida is doing.
Oh, I was about to type it. Well, Ryda's gonna try and help out anywhere they can.
Fair.
Oh, Mudbray likes you.
Mm-hmm.
If Rida isn't careful, they're going to get saddled with chore after chore after chore until it's time to bed down.
I doubt Ryder would mind, honestly.
Okay.
Something hilarious.
Maybe they can earn some stealth ingredients. Of course, it's a matter of whether or not Ryder thinks of that, because Tucker would unfortunately not think, oh, maybe he would have the stealth ingredients. So this was just an owl character thought.
Ryder's intent is just, oh, we've been given a place to stay, should probably, work for it a bit.
That is polite.
Me out of character, maybe I get something out of it.
Maybe you will. How is Ryder helping out? Because
Primarily using their psychic abilities to help because they're more mentally strong than physically.
okay, so give me a special survival athletic. Mostly because I'm making you endure many chores.
Pretty solid.
Hey!
Brooke will offer to water the berries again and promises not to bleed. The roots. That's right, the
root
roots.
cellar.
Brooke watered the roots and promises not to bleed all over them again. Mudbray is happy to let Brooke do so. And this time, I doubt you're in danger of blowing out a tooth. Well, Ryder gets through a couple of chores before you start feeling the exhaustion that comes with constantly using your psychic abilities for this stuff.
Alright. When Ryder is getting to the point where they're like, yeah, I'm getting exhausted, they will take a break.
You realize, Kyrio, then that in a lot of other systems, the AC you need to hit to attack the land beneath you is 5.
Huh.
Which in this case means it probably has a defense of 1.
Imagine this. Yeah, I really thought that when I heard it, AC. I can't help it, it's moving! It technically is.
It's happened before.
So it's an
promise.
Earth-like planet, anyways.
And I take it that Ralph and Tucker are going to help with herding the animals.
Well, it looks like Ralph wants to show off his taser to the three. Tucker will probably also see if they need anything.
Oh, hey, Tucker. You're coming to check out the gaggle of Maripo with me?
And the Lulu, too. Don't forget about them.
Yes. The School of Wooloo.
Are they all just jumbled together, or are they in their own, separate areas?
They're all jumbled together.
Fair enough.
It's
Is it the School of Wooloo? A flock of Wooloo?
I imagine the Mareep are making the Wooloos, more puffy.
They are. There's much buying to be had. What is the name of Wooloo's evolution?
Oh jeez, I forgot too. Double, that's it.
Ah, okay. There is a double ram that is just off in one corner squinting at the both of you. Especially at Ralph, because Ralph has the zappy thing.
Yeah. How's it going, guys? You doing cheapy things, making lots and lots of wool? I imagine it's somewhat thankless work, but yeah, you're doing a good job. Imagine all the sweaters and curtains and stuff you make.
The Mareep are absolutely confused as to why anyone would want to make those things out of their wool. Meanwhile, the Wooloos seem perfectly content with this arrangement. They get free room and board.
That's awesome. Oh, look what I made out of your wool. I pull out the zapper. I like hit the button. Bzzz. It's pretty cool, huh?
The Mareep crowd around and go, ooh. Kind of like the little alien toys from Toy Story going, wow.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
I can do something like that too. Well, I'm working on it.
And Tucker actually
Yeah,
attempts. Tucker attempts to show off what he's learned about Thunderfang so far.
Further oohing and buying.
It's probably less impressive than Taser, but he feels good getting Boz over booze.
Bah. Until at one point you are showing it off and you accidentally static yourself and become floofy.
Suddenly floofs out.
Oh no, I'm sorry, Tubby.
Oh, okay. Oh, you keep going if you want.
Yeah, but they did. I was, but it wasn't played into. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was my fault. I kind of was like, oh, Tucker wants to be part of the attention too. He could do sparks too.
Not that. It was a while ago.
Oh.
It was with the it was a joke to do with the Mareep, like with the group. Whoa. Yeah. With what group of Mareep is called.
Oh.
But it's kind of
flipping out. Tucker probably looks a little bit like a sheep too now.
Something. One Mareep pipes up. That doesn't look like another group of Mareep. You lie.
It's a black sheep. You know, black sheep, have you evil?
Not
No,
the Poochiana, your thingamadoo. Why are you calling it a zapper?
I'm gonna put it away.
Squinting double intensifies. And now we know a group of Mareep is a zap.
Oh, a zap.
That's cute. I like that.
I made it work.
Anyway, you guys are awesome. Keep up the good work. So, do you get dental or anything like that? I mean, I know you get room and board, but like, you get any other benefits?
They're confused by what you mean by dental.
I should. I guess not. And I suppose I better help out. I'll just help do whatever you guys do. So what do you guys do?
Are you asking the Mareep or everyone else?
Yeah, I'm asking the Marine.
They graze and make wool.
I can graze, but I can't make wool. I can help you guys though, or I can help take care of you guys though. I can like put water in your trough and stuff. Clear whoever needs to be cleared, stuff like that.
Tucker kind of speaks up as Ralph mutters to himself about this.
Maybe they could use a brushing? Maybe there's some brushes around here.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'm gonna help take care of the Mareep today. And the Wooloo.
Alright. Give me a tough survival for 4. To see if you can brush the Mareep without getting zapped.
Tucker is unfortunately not built for brushing.
In the meantime,
He's built to be brushed.
in the meantime, Group 2 has already arrived and are trying to settle themselves at the barn.
Very good.
I'm a good brusher. And I will regale them with tales of my adventure as I brush their wool.
Liars being followed around by the Pidgeys as they sing.
Yeah, technically Mudbray's Ranch has a song, but I was just like, this cat song works perfectly good for it too.
Oh, you're right. It does have a song.
It does, but I didn't really. I didn't comment because I mean we turned on the canyon just a little bit. The kid still works for the ranch, though. Honestly, it is in the canyon after all.
Yeah, I also didn't expect to be in the ranch this long.
Every time we get to Mudbray's ranch, we spend a little time there because Mudbray's great. Actually, I wonder where his nephew, right, is. How he's doing.
We can never remember the relation. It's hilarious.
I think it's nephew.
I think you're right. Mudsdale.
Mudsdale, yeah.
Mudsdale is currently out plowing the field. Or tilling it, I should say. That said, the barn is not the most comfortable of digs, but it's better than the ground. And in the morning, before you all are sent off, Mudbray will provide a recompense for you all. At least those of you that helped.
Oh, I do want to mention that. So Ralph did spend time brushing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so Tucker,
yeah,
what Tucker did was Tucker was romping around in the fields all the while and basically helping bring new sheep to you to brush.
You're a good team.
Write his first paycheck.
Mudbray unfortunately doesn't have any items to give you all this time around, but they can provide you some money.
Yay!
Which
Money.
I have given to each of you. It's not much, but it's something.
Yeah.
It's better
Brida
than
is now
housing.
infected with capitalism.
They must gain all the money.
It's super effective.
What are their thoughts when they are handed money?
At first, they're kind of confused because, never received money before, but they understand the concept of, oh yeah, people use this to get things.
Yeah.
Thank you. Very appreciated.
It's understood.
I should mention by the results of Ralph's roll, you do not get zapped at all. The Mareep are friendly with you.
Heck yeah. I'm
Most-
pro like that.
Most sheep would enjoy brushies, so.
Swoosh, brush, brush. And then, fist raised high, I said.
Brightest
Not
bonus skills
today.
increased by 1. Also, I do want to apologize, Kyrio, if I'm speaking any lines that you wanted to say.
Aww.
That's okay.
We can
I'm
slow
sorry.
down if you need. It's totally okay. Oh, I'm Mike. Okay.
Okay.
As long as you're good. Don't want you feeling like, oh, I should just give up talking. It's moving too fast. I don't want you to feel that way.
Agreed. It's why I checked in. Yes, all the hugs. Also will probably be better for your voice. Right. Everybody added all their ticks at once, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I wanted to be sure. Some of you are close to learning things. Well, no, I'll need to be prepared for more combat variety.
Out of curiosity, how many ticks would it be before Ryda can actually start performing said move?
At least a few more.
Okay.
4 ticks
I
was
just-
enough for demonstration purposes for Thunderfang, but probably not as a move.
Yeah. Burke practices Frostbite move for the first time. He froze his tongue. No.
Sucker does at least have the benefit that he can't paralyze himself practicing this move.
Yeah. The other thing is I don't have like a card or anything prepared for Rida, so
It's fine.
I still need to figure out how to change backing colors, but it's fine.
Oh, for which? For what?
For the cards.
Oh, okay. Well, just hit me up if you want me to teach you where things.
I will do that later.
Okay.
That is not a now thing.
Obviously
that is a
no,
later
no.
thing, and
Yeah.
especially like later when Esther isn't there. Because y'all should relax and enjoy each other's company.
I should note that Tucker floofed up that one time, but honestly, he's floofing up a lot lately, probably because of his practice.
Indeed.
Just in general, he's a much fluffier boy than normal because of his Thunderbake practice.
Oh no, at this rate you'll look like a chow chow. But, amusement aside, you all continue onward for the next span of time, because nothing in this area is a threat to a group of 9.
I'm constantly reminded of the exploding turtles, though. Those are still a problem, but I think they're not really on the road, so...
The Turtonators?
Yeah.
No, they're not a problem, especially not for all of you. Also, anywhere Riley goes, wild Pokemon seem to avoid.
Yeah, around this region, I would understand if Pokemon would take a wide berth from him.
He has a death aura.
Oh no, evil JoJo lines. Kyrio actually hit the nail on the head. He has a reputation.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe we can now switch to Sea Spray.
Okay.
Where is it?
It's 30. Or 31 if you want the second version, which I added for variety's sake. It's up to you, though, really. Variety / different environment / I don't know, different season of Sea Spray or something.
I'll use 31. 30 decided not to load for me.
Oh, okay. That's weird. Wait. Okay,
It's
well, I'm just fine. Alright, cool.
Yeah, it's just a me thing.
Alright, let's do version 2 as for some variety. Which is a new song.
Bubbly.
I love some of the later ones for this tile, but they are unfortunately so color busy, especially the table, that I feel bad putting your models on them because it's so hard to distinguish you all.
I could provide a version where it's a little more contrast lowered.
Nah, that's fine. We'll stick with this one. I'm so used to us having like the little image off to the side.
Oh, for like... You mean where the black square is?
Yeah. For Sea Spray anyway, but then again, we spent so many sessions in Sea Spray.
I actually intended to use Novel AI to kind of just get a general feel for environments that we were in using that. That was kind of my idea for that. Long term, at least.
Time to spend another half year in the city. Please, no!
See if I can find the
Right.
original image. I don't know where I put it.
That's okay. It was found via the Google.
It was originally, yes.
The cool sea breeze wafts over you all as you finally make your way down to Sea Spray. Able to see it sloping down to the ocean shore and the hustle and bustle of midday city life. A place that holds a lot of memories for you all. Good and bad. Well, Most of you. Lyre is certainly wowed by everything. They've got wide eyes and need to be nudged along a little bit as they're staring while you all descend into Sea Spray proper. Riley, of course, just grumbles, and Hatterene is of a similarly subtly grumpy disposition due to the number of other Pokemon around. Funny that we were just here like a month ago, though we didn't really stick around before looking through the Dragon Path. It's true.
But yeah, see, we could spend less than a year in Sea Spray. We already did so.
Luxray ends up moving ahead, taking a deep inhale of the ocean air. It's good to be home. Thank you for escorting me this far. If you don't mind, I would like to get home. You all know where to find me, of course.
Right, gives a nod.
Give a little salute.
Thank you for your help, Luxray, Brooke says. It's been a pleasure. I'm sorry for the trouble. Luxray shakes their head. It's been no trouble at all. Please, feel free to drop by anytime. The library is a little cramped for so many Pokemon, but it's quiet. No trouble at all, he says after we got him dragon arrested. To be fair, he doesn't really consider that y'all's fault.
Yeah. Say, Ryder, you ever get out and hang out in this place? It's relatively close to where we, the door we went through.
Can't say I have.
Oh, well, you should sometime. This place is a hoot.
I believe this place is a city.
Yes. As a noun, it's a city. But if I were to use an adjective to describe the city, I would call it a hoot.
Tucker interjects.
Wait, why are we talking about hoot hoots now?
Perhaps Ralph is confused.
Maybe.
I'm never confused. I say precisely what I mean to. Actually, no. Roll that back. A Snorlax is never confused, nor is he clear-headed. He says precisely what he means to.
Heh. We've got a large party, and we might be staying a while, so I think I'll go find a hotel, says.
What was Lucray's invitation as far as like staying?
Well, if you all ever needed a quiet place to be for a while, you could go to the library.
Fair. Okay. And of course, Tucker will probably take him up on that for more training too. Maybe.
Yeah, that
probably not
doesn't
in the
include
library,
lodging.
but
the library does not have enough space for everyone. It's
yeah,
it's enough for him and his daughters.
Yes, but we're allowed to hang out there anytime.
You as well, Hattery. After all, I would be remiss to give you no sanctuary in this place full of noise. We are here for the experience, but we appreciate the offer.
I'll show you guys my favorite experience. Hey, you're up for a little fun, right?
I am willing to go with you if that is what you are inquiring.
Yeah, there are two awesome places here. One is this awesome bar with a bunch of Gothilias, the Goth bar. And the other is like this place where everyone's like dressed in maid outfits and you get like cakes and stuff. It's really great. Tucker has a dress from there.
Oh,
Goth bar.
Tucker actually kind of exclaims at that. Wasn't there a letter from V?
Yes, there was. They had a venture that they wanted Team Cheers help on.
Tucker thinks for a second.
actually, V needed help.
He kind of ponders for a second.
I think I'll steer clear of the cafe right now, though. I'll probably get roped into whatever that is, knowing V. But Shaman's our priority for now.
I will simply follow whoever's lead.
Knowing V's personality, if Tucker just kind of comes by there, he's going to be immediately roped into that side quest.
Choice to not go on side quest right now is understood.
Yeah. Whoever wants to follow me, I'll lead them to the Gothic bar.
To put it very simply, V's the sort of person who has a side quest for you, but definitely thinks that he's giving you a main quest.
Right. Calimbo.
Tucker is actually. What's Brooke gonna do in this situation? That's what I'm curious about. Because it sounds Tucker kind of looks a little about this whole conversation that Ralph and Ryder are having, because he remembers Ralph getting drunk.
Also, the bar you're talking about is Gloamingwood.
Yeah.
But yes, please let me know what your decisions are. And as some reminders as to the things that are in Seaspray, there is a variety of shops. If you want to shop and or look for something to purchase, it is probably available in Seaspray, and if it's not, you can probably ask someone about it. There is the gladiatorial arena, which I really don't expect you guys to be going into.
At this
Again?
time, probably not. Unless Brooke wants to see his boyfriend.
Okay, that's mean. That's mean. Because Deadeye Senpai hasn't technically noticed Brooke yet. I know I've teased it so many times, but I've stopped because I know it's mean.
I'm just listening to the DM. Don't blame me.
But yes, there's the gladiatorial arena. There is the docks and the ocean side stuff that Brooke was able to access. You make one passing note. Yes, and it's never lived down, especially when it's so great. There are, of course, the cafes.
Oh, right, the damage.
Yes. You guys don't know. You didn't drop by the hotel. Alamola Mola's hotel, Hotel Alomo. There's also Hotel Obsidian Sky, which needed repairs, but was probably already well repaired before you guys came back. There is Cafe V, there's the Gloamingwood Cafe, there's whatever is in place of Mowile's Momentarium, or it may just be there, currently closed.
Then there was, wasn't that also a hotel, technically? The casino hotel that we went through?
Obsidian Sky, yes.
Yeah, that was technically also destroyed at the time.
Not destroyed, just like...
Damaged. Yeah,
Brooke
mean,
will be heading in that direction because he wants to have a room available for it before actually looking for Shaman. That is smart.
Fair, fair. Zoroark was not exactly a nice person, but hopefully he's doing better all the same after getting stabbed.
They're fine.
That's good.
Merely a flesh wound.
Oh man, I love. Oh man, was it Deadeye who like sent him after us? Because after beating my trial, I inquired like, "Hey, are you gonna make him clean up this mess after we fight through it?" And he thinks he's like, "Yes, I am," and I started trashing the room I was in.
It was Glide and what's her name?
Yeah, Jezebel.
Oh, I would love to see Glide again. Oh, but I'm gonna take anyone who wants to go on an adventure with me to Gloamingwood. I'm gonna pound back a few brewskis.
Tucker will go ahead and mention to Ralph as Brooke mentions what he's going to do. He's going to go with Brooke because that's more objective oriented, and that's where they're here for. Tucker does mention,
Don't get too drunk this time, Ralph.
Yeah, I'm bigger. It'll be fine.
tilts head to doubt, but all right.
I hear you pressing X.
Oh no, Psychomantis
Rido will lean over to Tucker. I will try my best to prevent his intoxication.
Tucker does a little smile.
That's good. I just want to make sure we can all work together for Shaman's sake.
Yeah, just a little something to take the edge off. I'm not gonna get plastered like I did last time.
Tucker nods then, a little more confident in that answer.
Oh, you mean the last time that you were attempting to date a lamppost? Magnazone just hovering menacingly behind Ralph.
That Magnazone is lying. That never happened.
Certainly, Mr. Ralph of the Pioneers.
That could be any Ralph of...
As an aside, for all pioneering individuals, please refrain from causing a ruckus.
No ruckus causing here.
This is appreciated. And it just begins floating away. Y'all thought I forgot about the Magnemite line law enforcers, but I didn't.
I imagine just a lock cutscene near the ground, him going, "This is appreciated," and then he just floats up off screen and he's just gone. We'll see it again some other place if there's trouble. Sure, he'll float back on.
Yeah, if Ralph gets more than 1 star, they'll start chasing me.
I mean, Megazone is basically UFO, so I imagine if they're exiting scene, they're going to the sky. Bye.
I must go, my people need me.
Yeah, they go up until they're out of render distance. And unload.
Jokes aside, Hatterene is going to go with Tucker and Brooke because their vibes are good for neutralizing out the many other vibes that are around.
Yeah, we good vibes.
Riley and Lizard, however, are going to excuse themselves because they're going to show Lyre around. And they're probably the safest individuals to be with at the moment.
That's fair. Wire has good bodyguards, then.
If you do get arrested, we are not associated, Brooke calls to Ralph as he leaves.
Gotcha. I just wanted, show Riley the highlight, or not Riley, Riley the highlight.
What? I don't need you to show me the high life. I've been here before.
Flip of the tongue.
Uh-huh. Squinting past the blindfold as Lizard drags them away, and Lyre just prancing around them, looking at everything, their little tail doing a waggle.
Adorable.
Very cute.
You would think Lyre would be reacting similarly to Hatterene, but no, they are totally happy with how many Pokemon are around. even if the only greenery that comes up in their wake is like grass between cobblestones.
To be fair, the air is at least very fresh, which probably is invigorating. Even if there's not a lot of grass, yeah.
Riley also may or may not have ulterior motives for going off.
If Riley doesn't exist with some sort of ulterior, intentional, like internal motive, I would be surprised.
It
He
may
is-
or
he
may
is
not
layered.
have to do with certain other Lucarios.
Ah.
Hmm. Better not get liar involved in anything.
It'll be fine.
Fair.
That is great. Okay. Who wants me to do who first? Group-wise.
It's probably the least important. So.
Start with the plot advancing group.
Okay. I figured I'd ask, because it's easier that way. As I double-check the time.
Fair.
Because I want to make sure I don't run us too late. Alright. Da. Oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry,
no!
Hydra. So, Brooke, Tucker, and Hatterene head down the main pathway all the way to the shoreline where Hotel Alomo is. And it has, in fact, been rebuilt. It looks nice. It is much more fish-themed on the outer walls. They sort of bulge out in reliefs of, like, Alamola Molas as they go around in the cylindrical manner of the hotel as they go up the walls. It makes for an interesting pattern.
Nice. Well, if your building gets destroyed, you may as well give it a makeover while you're fixing it.
Yep. And it's got this nice subtle coral pink coloring to the wall in places as well. You want to remodel but can never find an excuse to start when bam, domestic terrorism. Don't you mean bang?
So what objects are used in the domestic terrorism?
There's still some minor remnants of that encounter ages ago, but it's more like a faded scar here and there than anything else. Certain patches of sand happen to still be dark stained, as it were, from the poisonous attacks that happened. Not that that stops any beachgoers from going onto the dark sand or collecting it as a novelty. It's an attraction now, that's right. Just don't pull out a Geiger counter.
In the words of every great programmer, it's a feature.
It is good, though. It kind of was expected that it probably would things would be mostly fixed up. It is an area heavy with infrastructure and progress, so of course they'd be pretty solid, pretty able to fix things up if there is damage, thankfully.
This place appears rather popular. Oh god, I need to remember Hatterene's voice. They look around, seeing the many beach-going Pokemon, including those coming and going from the front door of the hotel, which happens to look like Croagunk's face. Also, for anyone who wasn't here or hasn't watched the Sea Spray episodes, I tried to base Alamolamola and Krogunk off of the two frogs from what is it? Crap, I can't remember the show.
Rocco.
Rocco.
Rocco's Modern Life, right?
Yes, Rocco's Modern Life. I can't remember the family name of the frogs either, which sucks. But
Head. They were the big heads.
The big heads,
Yeah.
yes.
I'm a 90s cartoon junkie.
It's a good cartoon.
Dating myself so hard.
I don't remember what the wife's name was, but it was Ed Big Head, and I forget the wife's name.
Wasn't it Margarine?
I had never seen that show before.
It's a pretty smartly written show at times. I don't really know what age group it was aimed for, honestly. I have no idea.
Yeah, because some of the jokes were out there, and some of the jokes were just absolutely wacky. But then like it mixes the absolutely wacky jokes with like really highbrow jokes.
It really it's a unique cartoon. I'd recommend checking it out.
Yeah. We stayed here on the Pioneer Club's dime last time. I hope it's not too much for... He makes a mental count. 8 of us. Yes. 8. I can handle 8. They say, just sort of holding onto their briefcase just a little closer to themselves.
Aw.
They've got a mildly haunted look around their eyes. You're just keeping it together.
Tucker makes a mention.
There is this one beach cave. It was used for a competition, but I think it's pretty quiet otherwise if you need somewhere to go.
Tucker relating the place where they actually did trading as a club.
Perhaps. But it would be unwise to go off on my own. I'm here for a reason. We are here for a reason. We can get you a private room, Burke says. That will not be necessary. It would be imprudent of me to impose upon you further. Riley got a floor to himself last time, I think. I don't remember. I think it's because nobody else was on that floor.
Yeah. There's a circumstantial. I don't remember the circumstance, but he
There
got
was
like
a lot of
yeah, he did.
shenanigans going around with the frickin' rooms. Yeah, Riley managed to nab a suite.
Yeah. I remember Brooke soaking the 3 kittens room.
Yes. I remember.
Actually, I
this
think
too.
it was Brooke's room, and they were invaded, and they were like, "No, you're gonna soak your own room. You're not gonna do that." And he did. I think that's how that went, if I recall.
Yep, Brooke did not care. Back when they were being little shits.
Tucker does pipe up a little bit.
Well, you know I can help share the burden if need be.
He says to Hatterene.
We are aware. But again, it would be imprudent of us to impose. After all, part of the purpose of coming here is to further our experiences. How else are we to learn if we do not experience?
Tucker nods to that.
That's fair. Offers open if it becomes too much, though.
We'll likely be out in town most of the time anyway. Chances are the rooms will be fairly quiet most of the day. That would be helpful. Until you may locate our patient. Perhaps we shall simply stay in whatever room we are provided. They look at the hotel, look at the door as it sort of swings open and shut with various Pokemon going through. Mayhap we should not stand before the doorway? Merc chuckles and goes inside. When you enter the new Hotel Alomo, it's colorful, but not in that oversaturated manner that it could be. You've got these nice mosaic floor tiles that they've got going on that look like a spiraling helix shell when you stand back to view it all. Just set in these various nice colors with light blues, coral pinks, and these sandy brown colors.
I'd imagine it's kind of it's colorful in a pastel sort of way, so it's not overwhelming.
Yeah.
Kind of a sea pastel.
Also, artists out there, don't underestimate pastel colors. They help so much.
They're really nice.
Like, I understand saturated colors look pretty, but just moderation.
Yeah.
And, of course, at the front desk, waiting, is Krogunk. They have a fancy new bow tie on that has little gold polka dots.
Fancy.
Ah! Welcome, O saviors of Seaspray! How might we be of assistance this good day?
As Krogunk hops down from their seat and steps around the desk in order to greet you all.
Tucker looks a little bit bashful about the sudden title.
Saviors. My, it seems my clientele are popular.
And you happen to have brought a new face with you this time. Hopefully much less trouble than some of the other faces you came in with last time.
It wasn't that much trouble.
Saviors is a bit much, Brick says with a smile. We couldn't even stop the initial attack, but we're happy to have helped.
Well, without you, the attacks likely wouldn't have stopped now, would they? Though I suppose any other group of pioneers could have done it. But it wasn't any other group of pioneers. It was you. But if it makes you uncomfortable, at least allow me to greet you to our fine and redesigned hotel. Have you seen the lovely walls outside? My lovely Mola Mola posed for the sculptors.
Tucker speaks up and says,
Yeah, the hotel looks great. The redesign really helps too. I'm glad everything got fixed up okay.
Indeed. Far better than the drab design that we had before.
look like before, Motel 8. No, looked nice before.
It's pretty amazing. I barely recognize it. And yeah, it was a rustic hotel.
Yeah.
It is much fancier now. But it's not like Hotel Obsidian Sky fancy. This is the kind of fancy that's like not uncomfortable to be in if you're not on like a business trip or going to a con. Charming is the word I would use.
Yeah, my kind of preference. Actually, to give Kyrio a little more typing time, Tucker might actually inquire of Krogunk. Speaking of the whole helping sea spray thing, Tucker would probably inquire if they know where the shaman is being cared for, if it's the same place as they were before, or if they got moved somewhere.
Unfortunately, I have not been keeping up on the events of those afflicted by the incidents. Why, we've been so busy with the redesigning and reopening of our Hotel Alomo, we haven't had much time for the news of late. We haven't even gone to see a gladiatorial match in some time. Not that tourism has suffered any for the attacks. If anything, it's given even more interest to the arena.
Well, we're going to be sticking around for at least one night. We brought 5 others with us, Rick mentions. We can get our bearings once we've got a place to settle.
Ah, then you have come to the right location. Certainly better for rest and relaxation than Obsidian Sky.
Now then, as he hops back behind the desk and pulls open a ledger, just opening up the thick tome.
How would you like your rooms arranged? Beg pardon, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm so used to the pioneers going by and just paying wholesale. For the 8 of you, how many nights again were you staying?
How much would it be per night? We're not sure how long it'll be. Sorry, we're not really sure how long it'll be.
Well, it depends upon the room you ask for. Certainly you could cram most of yourselves into our smaller rooms, but I really wouldn't recommend it. But saying, let's see, 8 of you, 5 by 3, 2. Well, let's see. For each of you, it would be about 5 poke a night, assuming you're going for our standard rooms. The suite will run you much more, of course, and our larger rooms will cost 10 poke per poke.
Regular rooms are 5 poke per Pokemon per night. The larger rooms are 10 per night per Pokemon, and the suite is even more than that. And Krogunk is currently assuming y'all don't want the suite. Or a suite, I should say.
Notably, despite definitely not having as much money as Brooke, Tucker does rummage for his 10 that he earned from the ranch, and starts offering it to Brooke.
How many beds in a 10 poke room?
Well, depends on if you want singles, doubles, never mind about the fine details. It runs anywhere from 2 to 4, depending upon the bed setup. The nest-type beds, usually we can fit 4 to a room. Oh, that pushes it a little bit. Usually we average about 2 to 3. 2 if you're getting double beds. Though if I recall correctly, not many of you are involved with each other, so you might be opting for the 3 bedrooms.
Well, Tucker tries to helpfully perk up by mentioning,
I don't need anything fancy. Just some bedding on the ground is good enough for me.
How about we split into 4 pairs? 1 pair is indeed involved, the others are not, it says.
Are you going to go with the 5 poke rooms then? Those usually only have 1 bed. Or are you saying you'll be taking the larger rooms and splitting into...
They pull out an abacus and start doing the clacky clack back and forth.
I can't wait to get to the cutting this video and just titling it. Brooke spends an hour over the phone handling hotel reservations.
Yes, that's correct. The 5 poke rooms are singles. Krogunk briefly misunderstood you.
Right, okay then. So, is that going to be 4 rooms or 3? You did say one is an involved pair, yes?
Also, right-handed reservations in a nutshell.
It'll still be 4 rooms. We just have one with a double bed, I think.
4 rooms it is.
And they pull out this almost comically large quill that clearly came from a large bird Pokemon and scribble down into the ledger. They may or may not have splurged with some of that insurance money. Even though I'm pretty sure last we were in Sea Spray, I joked about them not having insurance just as a whole Pokemon.
Well, maybe it's some sort of. I mean, it was quite the disaster at the time, so maybe it was some special sort of.
Crokey, have you seen my new earrings?
Fin rings, my darling.
Alamola just sort of swim floating their way in. They have what equates to a dress for their body type, and it's just this sort of light, sort of semi see-through thing that's this nice dark color to complement their light colors that has, like the bow tie, the gold polka dots on it. Oh, welcome. I didn't think I'd be seeing you all here. And who is this tall drink of handsome that's graced our establishment? They're gesturing vaguely to Brooke.
I don't believe they've changed that much, have they, my darling?
Oh, Crockett, you know I'm teasing. But seriously, who is that? I recognize this cute pooch anywhere, and they just go down and they give Tucker the little grandparent / aunt cheek tug and rub.
Tucker looks appreciative, though mildly confused. Then he does express, as his cheek is getting tugged,
That's Brooke. He was a toad guy last time he was here.
Unless they are referring to myself. Though we would not consider handsome an adjective for our being.
Tucker will helpfully double provide information then and express.
Oh, and this is Hattery. She's from the library. The archive. Maybe you know about that. I don't know. But she's here to help us.
I'm gonna let her Kyrio type. I'm going to go grab a quick drink.
That's fair. Drinks are important. Make sure to hydrate. I've got a lot of drinks in the fridge right now because I'm just tired of summer. And indeed, Hydra. Indeed.
I just didn't know.
It's okay. It was a generation past what I played normally. I think it was Sun Moon, right?
I always remember saying it, but I never knew that's what it was called.
Oh, it's nice to take a load off and just do Pokerole today, because last couple days have been out and about, super busy. Been exceptionally physically active, more than I usually am, so.
Okay.
Hello.
Brooke, leader of Team Cheer of the Pioneers, man. I've gotten a little bigger since last time, Brooke says with a grin. Oh, well, I can see that. Why? You're fit to be a titan at your size.
Now, dears, there's no need to tease. That said, we were just about to close on the purchase of some rooms for a few nights. That said, with the 8 of you, 4 rooms, how many nights again will you be staying?
Oh, Croaky, I am appalled at you. You are going to charge full price to the saviors of Sea Spray.
But my sweet Mola, We have a business to run, and it's certainly not the scheduled time of year. And Alamola Mola squinting harder and harder as Krogunk sputters and flounders.
Tucker will actually cleverly pipe up at that time, actually, and mention,
Well, we're not going to demand any discounts or anything, but we are here to try to fix the rest of the damage that was caused. There were some people harmed in this, and, well, one of them needs some special care. That's why Hatterene is here.
Hatterene just tilts their head down in a very brief nod. Also, I'm glad everybody loves Alamola Mola's accent.
you do it really well.
It's very enjoyable to do. It's just, it is slightly rough on my throat to do so, but I
That-
enjoy playing these voices so much.
That is fair. Also, I'd like to note what Tucker just did was an example of Tucker using a little bit of speechcraft, actually, in his own way.
Burke smiles. You're too kind, ma'am. We appreciate Hotel Alamo for being such a friendly establishment to us pioneers. Oh.
Oh, was
Hey,
that a bit of
Brooke.
speechcraft?
Hey, Brooke. Hey, Brooke. Give me a cool contest etiquette.
It's fairly cool.
Are you really going to fully charge such a gentleman, Croaky? Why would you even wear that bow tie if you aren't going to be gentlemanly back?
I am most certainly gentlemanly, my dear, as I have proven time and again, and I shall prove now.
As they hold up their quill in dramatic fashion.
Again! How many nights may I put you down for?
By the way, Alamolamola is giving a very smug smile to herself and also over to Tucker and Brooke and Hatterene. We're not sure, but let's give it a week, Brooke says.
Very well.
And then uses the fluffy tip of the quill to start doing abacus calculations. Clacky, clack, 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 clack. Pardon me as I get an actual calculator.
That's fair.
Now, it would run you for 8 Pokemon in the 10 Pokeballs for about 560 Pokemon. But, seeing as how we owe you...
Actual abacus.
The only way to calculate.
I mean, I don't have one, but technically.
Normally, that would run you approximately 560 Poke for the rooms that you have selected. However, in light of your achievements, your noble goals here, and the convincing of my ravishingly beautiful wife. Now,
Crikey. You can't make blush.
I suppose I can knock down the price to about 300. That is the lowest I can manage, without giving you the rooms at detriment, of course. And be reminded, you will not be refunded for days that your rooms are going unused.
Fair enough on that.
I'm sold, Brooke says, digging into his pocket and finding 300 poke for him.
Excellent. We thank you for your business.
Yeah, your life savings. Good thing you're probably going to earn more moving forward.
Despite Brooks still being richer than Tucker, Tucker does actually offer his single farmhand earnings to Brooke if he wants them, because that's the sort of doggo Tucker is.
Oh,
He is trying to help for his room payment.
And here you are.
as he reaches under the counter and places 4 keys onto the desk. Keep your money, Tuck. You earned that, Rick says with a pat.
Tucker's ears kind of flop at the pat, and he kind of does a little nod with a smile.
Luckily for you this time, there should be rooms available on the same floor. At least this way, you and your friends will not be separated.
Tucker decides, with all the talk about being legitimately, to do a little bow and say,
Thank you for the discount. We'll make sure to make good use of our time here.
I am sure you most certainly shall.
Brooke will pocket 1 key and hand another to Hatterene. You and Tucker can share them, Brooke says to Tucker. Here's the other keys. Would you go deliver them to the others?
Sure.
I think you were giving that to Tucker, right? Got a little
Yes,
confused.
sorry. I read that all as like one big sentence and it was 2 sentences.
Tucker has no problem doing the fetch. Also, that's smart, putting Hattery and Tucker together. Because Tucker is... I think we established at this point that because Dark type, not as much of an emotional overload for Hattery, right?
At least Tucker isn't.
Yeah, so pairing Tucker and Hattery is smart. Told Hattery that she can share a room and had asked Tucker. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, Tucker will take the extra keys, and do a nod and
Okay. I guess I'll be around town a little bit. I'll come back later.
and he'll head off with the keys. Perhaps a little too eagerly, just holding them in his mouth for now, and they're jingling.
Oh, you be safe now, and good luck with whatever it is you happen to be doing in town. Sorry it's so expensive, by the way. We just don't expect groups of fate at this time of year. Indeed. Usually this is why it's a yearly event. We give the club a discount for it, after all. They fill up every room. the same discount that you were going to give the saviors of Sea Spray Croaky. I gave it to them in the end, my dear. It just took a little convincing on your part. Well, I suppose that's still gentlemanly of you. Now, come along, Miss Hannah. I'll show you to your room. It's a bit unconventional, but we have a personal mission that the clubhouse isn't involved in, so we appreciate the gesture, Brooke says. Well, if you happen to have been cleared out by the course, might I suggest the arena? Apparently they're having another tourney, though the prizes this time happen to only be monetary in value. Of course, there's always jobs to do here in Sea Spray if you have the extra time. Which I should state, Hatterene does go up the stairs with Alamola.
Fair. Tucker will be on his own for a little bit, given the task he was given.
I planned on checking out the arena, Rick says with a smile. I'll take that recommendation. He gives a salute and heads out. Alright. And finally, we can go over to Ralph and Ryder.
Meanwhile,
Not dealing with the bad big head impersonation voices.
You say bad. It's not bad at all.
I found them funny.
I'm glad. I'm glad people like the voices. I can't always get a voice down well, but when I do. Give me just a second.
So Tucker will be attempting to find the other two groups probably after they have had a set of their own events. Also, gosh dang it, the sound dampening foam on my walls, just every single day it seems one of them is falling off the wall. Because sound dampening foam is great, but also with the nature of foam, it doesn't like to stay in one place. It likes to constantly unstick from like any sort of adhesive. It's so annoying. So when you hang up like 90 pieces, inevitably one of them is going to cause you some trouble. Also, off-screen time to get more wire. That is fair. I could hop up and fix this foam. I'll do it at the end of the session, though. It might take me a bit. The adhesive strips aren't working, so I need to get place Gorilla Tape loops on the adhesive tape, and then put the foam back on it.
Sorry, I was briefly prepping dinner.
That's
before
fair.
I got up.
I've been slowly working through my dinner. Esther got me a roast beef sandwich, so...
At the Hall of Justice.
So I also say to you, Karserus, that I guess Tucker will probably meet up with these groups at the end of their shenanigans.
That's fair. We will probably end up finishing shenanigans next time, but that doesn't mean Tucker can't get into shenanigans on the way to shenanigans.
That's fair. We might have time for Ralph. We might have time for Ralph and Ryder, though. I feel.
Yes, we do.
Depends on how people feel, but.
Also, Riley, Lizard, and Liar shenanigans are completely off screen because that's easier on my soul.
I was gonna say, like, that feels like it might get involved, especially if he's actually gonna fight Goliath.
Yeah. Yeah, just come up with some ridiculous condition for them to come back in. Like, there's a big, like, Like they're covered in food or something. They had a food fight or something.
For some reason, Riley has a jellyfish for a hat, or a tentacle for a hat.
Yeah, they just like kind of wild and off-screen picture.
Right. So, Ralph, it's been a little while, but you remember your way back to Gloamingwood. Somehow. Might have to do with the fact that you're part psychic now.
Yeah. I'm gonna hop in there. So, right, this is Gloamingwood. The dark opal, the crowning opal of the, of Siegebreak.
Ryda will just look over the building. What is there to this place?
They have lots of cute barmaids, although that's not as interesting anymore now that I have a girlfriend. But, they also have the most stellar atmosphere and drinks. Very strong stuff. I think last time I was here I got the strongest thing. But since we're on official business, I'll get the second strongest thing on the menu this time. I'll go in and ring the bell or whatever and specifically ask for the second strongest thing.
So, Gloamingwood is this dimly lit... It says it's a cafe. It's closer to a bar.
Call it a cafe, they get like different tax write-offs or something.
Or something. It is very goth aesthetic. Things are darkly colored or muted in color, except for a few selections, you know, like red or purple. And, of course, the curtains are mostly drawn by the windows at this hour of the day for the clientele, which mostly happen to be dark and or ghost-type Pokemon.
I'm a little curious, actually, because I forgot. Now that Tucker has a Victoria maid outfit, I'm like thinking, is that an outfit for anybody at the Gloamingwood? I can't remember.
I mean, you could, I guess.
That mixes with Goth
wanted.
really well sometimes. I'm just wondering. Just mild aside, anyways.
But yes, anyways. And of course, there is a Trevenant behind the counter that just slowly rises up into view as the bell is rung.
For whom the bell tolls, it tolls for thee.
They move one arm out, place it over the bell, and slowly slide it back and put it under the counter. Quathurgady, nevermore.
Nice.
How might I help you today?
I'm taking my friend here, and I motion to Ryda for a little R&R before the next step of our business trip. Let's call it business trip. What do you recommend for a skinny first timer like this one?
They look down at Ryda, then look over at Ralph. Non-alcoholic berry juice.
But it's no fun!
I am in
Sir.
agreement with the Trevenant.
Sir, that Curlia would fall over at the slightest drop of booze.
It just shows how good of stuff you got. Anywho, since I gotta be on my A game, I gotta be on my A game tomorrow. I better stick with whatever the second strongest thing you've got is this time.
I still have the menu, by the way.
Nice.
Oh my gosh. Ralph agreed not to get drunk, but he's disappointed he can't at least make Ryder drunk.
And there's a menu in the chat.
Yeah, kinda.
And yes, I know my prices for stuff in Poke are a bit whack, but it's all I can do.
That's fine. You say your prices are a bit whack. Meanwhile, you're actually like steering this world's economy. So it's like, well, it's the prices. That's what they are. Mr. DM.
I try, and there's so much.
Okay, we'll do the berry juice, and we'll do we'll do 2 sets of and two sets of biscuits.
Is Ralph paying? Because Ryder doesn't have the money for this.
Yeah, Ralph's paying. It's Ralph's treat.
Alright.
I assume you're getting. Wait, which berry juice are you getting though? Probably.
I'm getting me the alcohol berry juice because I imagine it's less strong than the meat.
Correct.
There.
Yeah. Which is 50, and then hers is 25, and that's 75, and then add a biscuit each, that puts it to 85, and they can keep the change.
Oh, I thought you were just going to get the one alcoholic bottle of berry juice.
No, I'm gonna get her, her baby juice, since she doesn't wanna, since she don't wanna drink like a man.
Alright, I've given you
The
10.
shade.
Hang on, let me get you the 5.
Shit.
Someone has to be the responsible one.
This is just funny they say it in here. I guess you're the designated driver. You're really missing out. It's great.
The Trevenant will take the money and then place a bottle of alcoholic berry juice before Ralph and a bottle of non-alcoholic berry juice before Ryda.
Yeah.
Biscuits will be 10 minutes.
Awesome.
And
Now
they
hold up.
slowly slide out of view.
I hold up my bottle. So it's a tradition, and only one person really has to be, drinking alcohol for this. But to clink our bottles together gently with a cheers. You ready? And I'm older, so it raised mine slightly higher. I raised my glass.
Ryder will follow.
And we clink them together. Cheers.
Cheers. And they'll just sip on it.
Yes. So, how do you like the atmosphere of this place? Very mysterious, very incorporeal.
It is an atmosphere like any other. This one just happens to be more dark.
Yeah. It's getting kind of late. So, I probably don't get to show you the other place. The other place has a much more pink and bubblegummy atmosphere. Very cotton candy-ish.
Gothatel coming by with like dishes and stuff as they're taking them back from other tables. Are you talking about Vase Cafe? It's
Yeah, that's the place.
They're so happy all the time.
Yeah, I mean, that's my jam. I'm happy all the time. How could you not be happy all the time when you're here? This is a cool place.
Can't
That
you
seems
tell?
exhausting.
I am ecstatic. Their expression has not changed.
Way to go, you're living your best Gothical life.
Everything means nothing, and the heat death of the universe is imminent. And they start slowly walking away.
I think they are incorrect.
I don't really have a quip for that. I'll have to work on my quips.
So that's an actual reference to the Gothatel Pokedex entries, by the way.
Wait, what? Which one? Which part?
Gothatel can see the future. It's
Oh,
why
okay.
they're so depressed.
Hold on.
Yeah, it's Gothatel.
Let's see. It can see the future for the movement of the stars. When it learns its trainer's lifespan, it cries in sadness. Wow!
Yeah, it's a very sad / depressing Pokedex entry. Right. Biscuits are done. Trevenant just suddenly popping out like a piece of toast popping out of a toaster from behind the counter. Places plates of warm biscuits before you.
Warm biscuits, that's the best kind of biscuit.
Thank you.
You two don't seem like regulars.
Yeah, but I hit up this joint every time I'm here, though. Last time I got the meat, and it slapped my little Munchlax's body.
The Trevenant squints at you with their cyclopean eye. Hey, Ralph, give me an insight survival alert.
Alright, let's see.
Ryda, give me an insight survival alert. I was not expecting a 1.
And Ryder gets another one. No, even worse.
Wait,
Okay.
What was this for?
No reason.
Okay.
I imagine we're trying
At this
to
point, no
notice
reason.
something.
You good lucky hat.
I mean, you could. The session's almost over.
Yeah, why not?
There you go.
So, Ralph, you were unable to see it for a bit because you have your bottle tilted back and you're drinking it. You lower it, and you see behind the Trevenant is a little poster that has a sketch of a Munchlax on it with a tie and a hat that looks suspiciously like yours, and in big red letters underneath the sketch is "Do not serve." Nope, don't recognize you.
No.
I wish Ryder had seen that poster.
Again, not expecting rolls like that. Anyway, I should warn you, there is talk of ruffians in town.
Oh, ruffians, huh?
This is correct.
Yeah, I'm sure the magma dudes will be able to knock some sense into them.
Nope, not them kind of ruffians.
Ryder is intrigued. Perhaps you could tell us a bit more?
The kind of ruffians that do the ruffianing in daylight. The kind that can get away with it because they know the law inside and out.
Who exactly are
Lawyers?
these ruffians?
Sorry, what did Ralph say?
He's like, what, lawyers?
We do not speak such unspeakable words here, sir.
That's funny.
But no, such parasites are unwelcome here. I dare not speak my suspicions lest I be caught up in a maelstrom of terrible circumstance. Just know that these are the kind of ruffians that can turn a good place bad.
That is very vague.
That is the idea, madam, or sir, whatever you may go by.
It makes no difference to me.
I am just a haunted tree. I do not care.
Hey, you got a copy of that poster? I'll keep as a souvenir. He's quite a handsome guy. Plus, I might be starting up my own business, and I gotta know who the troublemakers are.
Stone statue moving noises as the Trevenant slowly turns around to look at the Do Not Serve poster, which by now Ryda will have effectively pointed out to her by this action.
I was about to say, that'll let Ryda.
Yep.
Ryda turns to Ralph. Is that not you before you evolved?
Yeah, it could be. I'm sure lots of
Seems very similar.
Just
lots of Munchlexes will have, a similar sense of style.
wood cracking and snapping noise as the Trevenant's head turns all the way around, but its body doesn't. Squinting slowly.
I take my hat off.
Mighty from the...
I am quite
Nope.
sure that is you, Ralph.
Nope.
It cannot
That's
be that
not-
Munchlax. He is far too large, and he does not have a hat.
Yeah, see?
Gothatel's slowly gliding past to take the dishes, and since I've been assuming you guys have been eating the biscuits,
Yeah.
it's totally the same guy.
A Snorlax. I put on the hat. Ralph the Snorlax.
Well, too late.
Yeah, can I have a copy of the poster?
Head snaps back around, takes poster, turns around, just slaps it on the table.
Sweet. Look
As
at
long
this.
as
We
you
got a
don't go on another bender that's connected to the glowing wood, we are fine.
right. Right. Oh, did that cause problems for your reputation?
You
I-
said no.
I would have thought it would only have a bunch of dark types, laughing like, the normal type can't hold his liquor.
You have a severely skewed misconception about how types view things.
Yeah, probably because special circumstances. Anywho, I'm gonna show Riot right at the poster. Dang, they really got captured it pretty good.
Indeed.
The sketch is simultaneously flattering and incredibly unflattering.
So, you think I look pretty handsome as a Munchlax?
I think you look like a Munchlax.
That's what I was going for. I'm gonna roll it up and put it in my bag.
I'm not even going to make that take up a space.
Yeah, I didn't think you would.
You know me so well.
Well, we better meet up with the others. I'm sure Brooke's done negotiating a price by now. I
Indeed.
probably should have gave him some money to help pay for it. Our rooms. Yeah, well, he can figure it out. He's a good leader.
I wrote you the item down because why not?
Collected my own wanted poster.
As we walk, Ryder is going to keep an eye out or an ear for anything that sounds ruffian related now.
Yeah, okay, no. But I'm walking. Oh yeah, this isn't not near as bad as the mead sap I had last time. I think it was that pole right there. I thought they were. I don't even remember what I thought they were. But I started talking to it and stuff. It was bad. But it was a lot of fun. So.
DM, can I simply say something logical?
Yes.
Is it this time that Tucker rounds the corner to where Ralph was last drunk, thinking that he might be around here again?
This is correct.
I go back to the lamp.
Scene of the crime.
Did you miss me?
They always come back to it.
And this is the lamppost I tried to date. It didn't work out.
Yeah. But I'm sure the lamppost is seeing other drunken lunatics, so, they'll heal.
Ralph, it is an object. It cannot love.
Tucker kind of romps over while they're talking.
Hey, guys.
He kind of looks at them both for a moment, and looks at Ralph a second time.
How's it going?
Oh, you're not drunk. That's good.
No. I took the edge off a little bit, but Oh, hey, check this out. I'm going to show him my Do Not Serve poster. Check it out. They really captured my eyes. My mouth, not so much, but they totally captured my eyes.
Wow, you caused more trouble than I thought last time.
I didn't cause that much trouble. I'm sure they're overreacted. I put the picture back away.
You caused enough trouble to not be served.
But they served it anyway, so...
Oh.
And he actually had put the keys away at some point, but he does pull out a pair or a single key and hands it to Ryder.
This is for the hotel. Brooke's gotten rooms for everybody.
I see. Thank you. Where's this hotel located?
Tucker will kind of paw towards the general direction, though. It's probably not a straight shot through the streets, exactly.
You can't miss it. It's been redesigned and looks even more, distinct than last time.
And he describes what it looks like.
I see. Thank you.
I should note, Ralph would have held out his hand to take the key as you give it the right answer.
Not 100% sure he's not too buzzed, so he's going to admit the right.
Maybe a slight sway to his walk, as I'm sure the two go back to the hotel, and I point at different things, and over there we had an eating contest. It was really awesome. Tucker actually beat me, but if we did it again, I would totally win this time.
It is surprising to think you were out eating.
Yeah, I am pretty good at eating.
Tucker kind of pipes up as he kind of looks at his belly, which is still indeed very pudgy.
I honestly kind of surprised myself on that one. I don't even know how I beat everyone, not just Ralph, but there were so many Pokemon that should have probably eaten more than me. I guess I was just kind of hungry that day.
Yeah, that day in particular. Oh, and that's the, as we get kind of closer, and that's the hotel that got blown to smithereens in our big epic fight.
Ryder looks down for a moment. I understand. Excuse me, Ralph. And they'll just start exploring on their own. Well,
I don't want to impose, so, I'll let them.
Though Tucker also reacts when Ralph brings up that particular hotel. His ears kind of droop. He's not looking super duper depressed, but that wasn't the best experience for him there.
Well, at least they fixed it up.
He kind of just mutters. Also, what's Ryder doing?
Ryder just suddenly stopped, looked down, said, "I understand," and then said, "Excuse me, Ralph, I'll be leaving now." And now heading off on their own to explore.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure.
I'm not sure.
What memory I triggered or what, but
Simultaneously, you kind of triggered a memory for Tucker too. Tucker kind of expresses,
Well, I guess just head to the hotel whenever you want to. Well, Brandon's got your key, but I'm sure they'll meet up there later. I gotta go find the other group, though, so I'll see you later.
right.
I will say though, I thought the thing was I was sharing a room with Liar, and Ralph was sharing with... Who's Ralph sharing with? That
No, Tucker doesn't actually remember, so he just kind of gave the key because he was supposed to give the key to each group. He's just kind of like, it'll be sorted. I'm sure people will figure it out, probably.
Yeah. Ralph will head back to the hotel.
I mean, the key only works on one door, so they can figure that out and then see what the space is and figure it out from there. It's not Tucker's
A
responsibility.
little bit, yeah. Maybe a little bit worried that he upset Ryder, but yeah.
It's fine. Right. So Ralph was given a key and Ryder was given a key?
No, Tucker gave Ryder a key for now.
Okay.
And, actually, wait, he probably would have made mention that it's for them and... That's for them and Liar, right? Yeah. Because the other key is for specifically Riley and Lizard. That much Tucker very much does.
Which means the last key is with Brooke.
Yes.
Ralph is heading to the hotel.
Yeah, Hattery has a key, Brooke has a key. Now Ryder has a key, and Tucker is going to give the last key to Riley, basically.
And Brooke is not at the hotel.
I don't know where Brooke is, actually.
Ralph is going to be stuck at the buffet, oh no.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
It's fine. At least Ralph will get to eat.
Is the buffet included in the room?
Technically, yes.
Oh boy. Though actually, he probably gets less than when he was lunch legs, to be honest.
Given the hour, the food is like lunch food.
Yeah.
Sandwiches.
Although comparatively less. So instead of 2 or 3 plates piled high, it would be like 1.5.
To be fair, it's currently mostly lunch leftovers since it's gotten towards afternoon at this point. The sun is starting to slowly go down in the sky. But, if you're gonna wait, eventually they'll have to put out dinner.
I mean, Ralph's not picky. Ralph will help finish off the lunch food and then probably come back for dinner.
I mean, the cooking staff are just going to look at the cleaned off trays, shrug, go and, proper clean them, and then get to starting for dinner. That said, Tucker is heading off to look for Riley, Lizard, and Liar, which may or may not take you a while depending on which way you go.
Not force you to do scenes with them, but he's just going to come by whatever he comes by them, basically.
It's not forced, it's just easier when I have less NPCs to take care of.
Of course.
Ryder.
Yeah.
Do you have any direction in your wandering?
Ryder is going to, if they can, teleport on top of a building or something to get a vantage point.
Huh.
That is possible. Alright, you teleport on top of a nearby shop building. It's one of those that has a roof you can get on normally. It has like an entrance that leads down into the building, and it's sort of fenced off around the roof. I require, unless you have another way you want to go looking, Insight Survival Alert.
Would it be possible to use Psychic to sort of search outward, specifically channeling the desire to find a certain individual or individuals?
I can't promise anything without a narrower search, but sure, I will allow you to use Psychic for that purpose.
Okay.
As a side note, Ryder was pointed to Sea Spray for a jeweler to deal with the lenses and stuff.
Ah, good reminder.
I know it's almost the end of the session and that's not going to happen, but it just occurred to me as I was looking at your items. So how is Ryder doing this? Are they just sort of casting out this wide psychic net in the hopes of finding what they're looking for?
They're kind of sending out a pulse of psychic energy all around to see if they ping anything that they would be looking for. Like the Trevenant sort of discussed, ruffians, so maybe looking out for anyone giving off ruffian vibes. I don't know how best to describe it. That probably isn't the most descriptive because it'll probably ping off like the Lucario and such.
It does.
So, yeah. I don't have much to go off of, but it does give me sort of essentially pings to go.
Given your location, you get pinged multiple times from the arena because ruffian is a broad term. You get a few pings in the city that you can reach, because I believe as I described it, it takes a while to cross one end of Sea Spray to another, especially without knowing where you're going or what you're doing.
Mm-hmm. Well, with those pings, Ryder's just gonna go after them one after another, teleporting from rooftop to rooftop.
Okay, we're going by process of elimination.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming you rule out the arena.
Yeah.
Zubatmon on the prowl. Oh gosh. Speaking of jewels, where would Brooke go to charge a diamond with Ice Beam? So, the arena would be the best place to find someone who could use the move. So you're already headed in the right direction, sorta. And I believe that one of the guest Pokemon gladiators was an Aurorus that knew Ice Beam. But I digress. Can you roll me 5 instances of teleport with increasing damage penalties? So -2, 4, 6, 8.
Gotcha.
And you can always roll 1 die, even if you run out of dice.
By the way, I was going to make a bad joke earlier when the two of them walked out looking for ruffians, and then Tucker showed up. I'm like, oh, look, a ruffian. Oh, wow.
Right is on the prowl.
I guess so.
Excellent. Next roll. At a -2.
Also, fun fact, Tucker didn't really have a problem finding Ralph and Ryder because of what he knew where they were going. Oh, also really good. Jeez.
Wow. Next one at -4. We might not need all 5. Wow.
But Tucker has a way of fighting Riley, too. He's still got the cloak scrap that has a scent.
Yeah,
Okay.
right is just on
Oh,
the...
okay.
But
You're not stopping.
-6.
Somebody's focused.
It's unhinged right all over again.
Okay, that was more average, but still.
Okay. And then -10, which is just 2 dice.
Wait, no, that would be -8.
Oh, sorry. Yes, -8. And then I guess you get to roll 1 die for the -10.
50% or better on every roll.
Yeah, okay. So, it's clear to you, right, as you're teleporting around, that at the very least, Sea Spray as a very large settlement, all things considered, particularly one that doesn't have the advantages of the library, probably has criminal elements in it. But you're mostly coming up with gladiators. Though, one of the first ones you come to is this Bryson that's dressed in this gaudy outfit that seems to be, like, picking on, like, the staff at a restaurant for one reason or another. But they're clearly not it.
Right, it just ignores her.
Another of the teleports takes you back to the Gloaming Wood, where you see a Flaffy heading in the doors, which is really confusing because they don't look like a ruffian.
Well, there's one suspect, the Flaffy. Next.
Next. Hi, female. But as the sun starts to dip lower and lower and the shadows deepen, you finally teleport to a side path. It seems just a bit cramped compared to the main roads, at the very least. Slightly claustrophobic on both sides, with either doors to housing or like sluices or alleyways going through that seem made for smaller Pokemon. And you see what looks like an off-colored Wooper. Oh, hang on. I need to get my sheet up.
Okay. I'd like to note that if this is a major scene, there is a thug song that I,
Yes.
yeah.
Where is it?
It's been I stored it a long time ago. I don't remember where it is. We never used it, so that's why I thought about it. I think it's probably at a, I want to say events, but I don't know which one. Probably an earlier one. I think it's been there for a while. I'll know it when I see it.
Is it No Bones to Pick with You?
No, that's not the one.
No, that's not it.
It is. Some of them were some of the thug songs I had was for like the Salandits, but I have one that was for. Let's see.
Is it 38?
It might be page 2. I think it is. Just about everyone. The bad thing about having so much music is sometimes it's hard to find something. Okay, give me a sec. Reading as fast as I can. Huh. Let me go Events 3 real fast just to confirm. Thank you. Oh, wait, that's very limited. Okay. Then I think it was on Events 1. My bad. It was probably... Might have been Questionable Company, 38. I'm not sure, though. I might also be stupid. It might be one of those songs where I didn't actually submit it.
Maybe. I'll stick with 38 for now.
Okay. No, that's actually the one I was looking for. I was right.
Okay. You see what looks to be an off-colored whooper that has a slightly crown-shaped rock on their head, a really nice tie around their neck, as well as like a chain of sorts that they're wearing around their waist like an accessory. And next to them is this towering, bulky crawdont that looks like they have these crudely painted metal plates on or for claws. And they seem to be menacing another Pokemon. Audience, you get to pick what Pokemon they're menacing.
Oh, I should get the models, I suppose. Whooper and Crawdon, was it?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a Paldean Whooper, if you have that.
I don't...
Ooh.
Yeah, I was thinking that's probably what it was. I don't know if I can pull up a model for that, though. So I will go normal. I have to grab from here. Okay. Can... It's Whooper's Gen 2. What generation is Crawdon?
Crawdon is Ruby Sapphire, I believe.
3,
So
okay.
Gen 3. So we'll just stick with a Whooper. And I guess a Salamence?
It should
Is
also
that
be
the
Gen
first?
3?
Yeah,
Yeah. I think
that's
so.
that's the first Pokemon that someone said.
Okay. I'm also, like, trying to remember what color Shy Whooper is. That may be a little closer, at least.
Paldean Whooper is brown.
Yeah. But, like, Shy Standard Whooper could... Oh. It's gonna load models. Feel free to pull up the Crawdon yourself. Let's see. Yeah, what color is a Whooper when they're shiny? Is that any closer to... Oh, that's closer than the standard color. Let's just use that. Yeah, sadly, there's nobody that's put up models for anything past... well, heck, not even Sword and Shield are fully modeled. Nothing for Arceus Legend, nothing for Scarlet Violet, as far as I can tell. People kind of dropping the ball modeling that for TTS.
Yeah, that Whooper is fine.
I think I just need to do this, if I recall. Oh my, hello. Nice hat, buddy.
How do I fix
What you need to fix?
the Crawdon?
Oh, sorry. Gotcha. If you, by the way it works is you copy the secondary URL, remove it, and then replace the main URL of it. That's how I do it.
Ah.
There you go. Sizes are up to you. which is also the answer I say because I have no idea how big a Crawdon actually is.
Jeez, that thing is massive.
I mean, compared to Ralph?
Compared to Ryder.
And I don't know how big the Whooper is supposed to be, but is that about right?
More like Crawdon. Really? Really, Kyrio? Brooke crushing on a bad guy. Got it.
Oh, 104. Whoopers are super short. Okay.
Yeah. Also, there's no reason for us to bring Salamence into this.
Yes.
This has nothing to do with Brooke. You say. Did you really think that you could get away from our organization? There are debts to be paid, Mr. Betts. The Crawdon burbles and snaps their metallic-looking claws a bit. The Salamence tries to back up a little and is somewhat wedged against a wall at the moment. They're currently in a space where they can't fly. Actually, in fact, by the position, the only way that Ryda is seeing the Whooper is because occasionally the Crawdon shifts and you can see the Whooper just standing before them.
So, positioning-wise, I'm above them or behind them?
You're a bit above and behind, because I assume that you teleported over rooftops.
Yeah. What did he say the Salamance's name was?
Mr. Mintz, wasn't it?
They call them Mr. Mence, but I don't know that this Salamence is named.
It was just how the mafioso addresses people.
Well, that's good enough for me. So, this is probably really dumb. Especially because I haven't tested it. But we're gonna go for it anyway. Ryda's gonna jump down behind them. And just call out, "Excuse me, but I have Mr. Mence's payment right here."
Let's see if I can do a guttural, bubbly noise. The Crawdon slowly, in lumbering fashion, turns about to face Ryda, looming over you. Oh. Good. I tried to voice. I can't do too deep. Eyeballs. Oh, this.
No
And
one
the
of
Whooper
importance.
hops around. Indeed. Who are you? Miss Colia? Or is it Mr.? I can never tell.
Whatever you prefer.
You say you have our associate's payment. Do you happen to know why we want that payment?
And of course, all the while the Whooper is talking, they have the Whooper smile going on.
Honestly, that smile works pretty good for kind of a sinister smile, honestly.
Can't say I've been informed of such.
How very interesting. Mr. Mence, we were unaware that you had such generous friends.
Friend may not be the correct word.
I smell rat-a-tat, boss. Now, let's not be rude to our new acquaintance. Please, provide the payment.
Very well. And Ryder will pull out the fractal shell and show it to them.
Oh boy!
Oh.
That's brilliant.
Oh boy!
But
Oh,
Fair makes a point that everybody needs to note. Crawdus is dark. Crawdus is dark type.
Yeah,
it is.
Just wanted to note that.
I need you. Actually, I'm gonna roll a doom die. Let's see if it works.
Arceus, please.
I thought I was addressing
Nope.
it. I figured I'd address it because I actually completely forgot they were. So I was like, that was actually useful information for me. Definitely fits ruffian status, though. I never know if a low doom roll is a good thing or a bad thing.
It sounded
well,
like a bad thing.
in this case, it is a bad thing as it was rolling for chance for hypnosis effect.
Oh.
Ooh, he's a pretty rock boss.
I'm doing a lot of like westerny accents, aren't I?
Indeed, it does. My large clawed friend. But there is something strange. Please, retrieve this payment, if you would. Delicately. Yes, boss.
And they reach out with one large claw to gingerly take the fractal shell.
Hmm. Ryder will pull back. Before I give you such payment, I must be ensured that my client will be safe.
Certainly. The moment you hand over the payment, of course.
Ryder focuses on this amethyst shell very intently before handing it over to them. Very well then, there you go.
What are you attempting to do?
Basically, Ryder wants to turn this into a beacon in a sense that they can recall or sync up with.
I tried to put a tracking device on it. I see.
Yup.
Sure.
Now they have something to focus on if they use Psychic.
It's a smart plan B, given plan A didn't really pan.
Give me Insight Logic Channel.
Like, bad thing here, Crawdad wouldn't get hypnotized. Good thing here, due to dark types not really being affected by this, he at least would probably not pick up on this focusing that you're doing.
Yep.
You do attempt to infuse it with psychic energy, but there's something about the shell that causes it to distort and sort of swirl like the internals of the fractal gemstones.
So it did not succeed.
Oh.
Not entirely in the way that you wanted to. You could probably try to track it, but you would probably also lose it if it went too far.
Got it.
Rage limit.
Alright. Okay, I'll just hand it over to them. No fuss.
As you're handing it over to the Crawdon, you briefly make physical contact with them. And for you, it's like for a moment time stops.
So it seems like time stop, but Ride is still able to move?
No.
Just get a break.
Sorry, I needed to rename a thing.
It's fine.
Time stops, so he stopped talking. It explains everything, honestly.
You will find a new card near you.
Oh, yeah.
Mine acolyte. A tool for your task. Begrudge the cunning wicked till they breathe their last. Feel free to roll that.
I will.
I realize there's one thing missing from this card.
Oh, there is?
Yeah, it's not nothing important, but there's something missing.
Oh wait, that has a accuracy -1. I need to remove a dice. Oh wait, I didn't even roll enough dice. It's supposed to be 9.
Okay, just
And
do
then
roll,
reduce to
I think,
8.
right?
Yeah.
New roll. Let's ignore that one.
Yeah, it's 8 dice pool. Good thing I messed up the first one.
So long as you didn't roll a 0. Crawdon is now marked.
Cool.
I'm just going to reflect that in their model name.
Makes sense.
You are Batman now. You're Batman with the shotgun gun.
The plan was originally reconnaissance, just to see them and then leave. But since, they're in the middle of bothering someone, I had to intervene somehow.
Makes sense. Don't want to let him do that. Also, yeah, I'll give your card a little touch up, just a villain minor one. You'll see it in a second.
Okay.
Excellent.
Fan art of Batman with a shotgun gun.
We are most appreciative of your cooperation. May we never meet again.
But of course.
And
After you, gentlemen, and Ride will step aside.
indeed. Mr. Claus, if you would. The Crawdon doesn't respond, but the Whooper hops on top of them. And then, out of nowhere, we don't have a model for this, but that's fine. A Clawitzer just descends with unearthly silence into the alleyway, and they clamber on top of its giant claw. And it looks at you.
Huh.
I should probably describe them better. They appear to have, over their eyes, these sort of kind of Sentai or Flagon looking lenses that seem to protect their eyes in some fashion. One of their little antennae seems to have some sort of silver piercing on it, and they've got a brooch attached to their small claw. Farewell, and may you never be in our debt again, Mr. Mintz. The Salamence, currently shaking where they are, just nods solemnly and watches as energy, or maybe water, gathers in the claw of the Clawitzer, and then it shoots off at high speed, leaving behind just a trail of water.
What an exit.
Rida lets out a sigh as they fly off in an odd fashion before focusing their attention on the Salamence. Are you injured?
No. Not badly, anyway. Why would you do that?
Do you need healing?
I'll be fine. They seem incredibly nervous as they pick themselves up and sort of try to excuse themselves around Rida. I should go. You should too. You really don't know what you've done. And as soon as they get enough clearance to spread their wings, they fly away.
Ryder will just look around to see if anyone noticed the instance before leaving back towards the hotel.
I think that's where we're gonna stop.
Okay. Gonna put these guys in the bag. I can quickly get Clawitzer on the map in case they become relevant later again.
They will become relevant later.
Okay, let me grab them while I... What generation?
They are Gal. No, they're not Galler. They're X and Y. Which
That's 6 then. 6 it is.
That could have gone so much worse.
It could have.
Luckily, Wright is a strategist when it comes to their new job.
That's a good thing. And also, it's a good thing the hypnosis didn't take.
Hopefully you can get that back. But...
Wright is sort of like, it sucks it's gone. Probably be more upsetting to Tucker.
Oh,
Like Tucker just gave it away and it's gone.
It is kind of funny, but I mean, Tucker did directly give it to Ryda because it was more useful to Ryda. So if Ryda lost, that sucks. But I mean, it was. Tucker
if you didn't give that,
so.
this would have been so much worse.
But you know, maybe it could be found later. Who knows?
Big oof.
I
Maybe.
don't know. How big is this thing? I have no idea. I'm guessing like that or something.
No.
Bigger?
Beaker.
But yeah, if it wasn't obvious, that's why Ryda just dipped.
Fair.
This thing was strong enough to jet away with that huge
That's
ass
true.
Crondon.
It has to be. It has to be fairly large to manage that. Also, interesting way of not only getting around but also getting out of the situation.
Pride is making town episodes pretty interesting. Y'all make town episodes interesting in general. Right.
Fractal Shell can just be left
Ralph,
here for now. I
Brooke,
guess.
and Hatterene are at the hotel. Tucker is off with Riley, Lizard, and Liar at the beach. And Ryda is in town heading back to the hotel. Oh, wait, Brooke is not at the hotel. Brooke is going to the arena.
Right.
But yeah, I've introduced you to that.
Yeah,
And I got my ability.
Also, I'm glad we have the thug music. I wanted to
Yes.
say.
And we got you your ability.
Yeah, I updated your card by the way. If you take a look,
Yeah, I saw the little mark.
I thought it was fair to. I think it was fair to add that since it is in fact, a mark move, which is different.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes, that is fair.
yes, I knew about this card before this session. Actually, wasn't sure where it would get used, and I like that. I like how it got introduced.
I've been planning this for a while. Hey, look! A storyline that's not involving the potential end of the world stuff.
Just a thug.
Just like Kyrio wanted.
Thieves and
Ages
gangs
ago.
are very good. Short main story quest material, like not taking millions upon millions of hours to deal with, but still posing as a good foil. Let's see, your
Kyrio
confusion
does
is...
make a good point.
There you
We
go.
should write down where everyone is.
I think that's
Yes.
accurate. You can just use the battle card for that.
Here. Yep.
Because Tucker is on the way to meet the other three. He hasn't gotten there yet. So, Brooke is going to the arena. What's Ryda's next move after all that? Probably to go back with the others.
Yeah, they're heading back to the hotel.
Okay.
Also interesting that this is a poison type move.
Yeah. I thought that was
I
unusual
mean, I get
too.
it because it's Eternatus,
Yeah.
who's like known for poison, but like, interesting.
So the mark is almost... I wonder if the mark's almost like a bit of venom that just ends up in the creature that is marked, basically.
Tattoos are basically a small amount of poison.
Yeah, actually, tattoos are absolutely poison. They're not that dangerous poison, but they are poison.
And yes, Burke technically made a small detour, but that's not for right now.
Fair. Hatterene, meanwhile, is just taking some peace in the room, I assume. Yeah, that rhymes.
Okay.
Well, Ralph is going back to the hotel, I assume?
Yeah, Ralph went back
Yeah.
to the hotel.
Yeah, Ralph went back to hell.
He doesn't have a key, but it's okay.
Leftovers.
He
Well,
can eat food.
I can eat food. I helped eat the leftovers while I was waiting on dinner.
That works.
Very Snorlax thing.
Got something to do.
Hashtag just Snorlax things.
You know, I gotta say, we split up quite a bit here, but we handled that very smoothly this session, I must say.
It's like they split, then they mix together, and then they split again.
It's like complex, but it was handled well, so...
It seemed a lot more daunting than it was.
Daunting,
That is.
even.
Har har.
Everybody gets 2 XP.
Okay. I said this in the chat too, but I'm going to say it again. Whoopers have the most insincere smiles, so they work really well as like a all smiles Mafia character, honestly.
Mm-hmm. I loved your accent for that, by the way.
Yes, I agree.
Very nice.
Oh?
Yes, I like your I like the Mafia.
that
I like
was
Mafia.
good.
Yeah, Whooper gang member is good voice.
Okay, I'm glad. It wasn't the voice I originally was going for. It's like, well, this is the voice it is. I'm gonna stick to it.
It works for it works for both what the Pokemon is, where it doesn't sound like the most intimidating voice, but it is intimidating because you could tell they have a level. You gave it a level of confidence that made it clear, like, yeah, this is the sort of character where the moment they stop smiling, you're probably shot in an alleyway. Like, you know, that sort of character, personality came through.
Full disclosure: if you had displeased the Whooper, the Clawitzer was in a sniping position.
Oh yeah, it was
Oh,
nearby.
goodness.
So yeah.
It knew where you were when you arrived.
Out of any Pokemon, I think a Clawitzer would be the worst thing to get sniped by, honestly, probably.
Do I get hotel bartering EXP?
Which is also probably why the Salamence was so nervous and didn't try to run. He probably knew that he would probably be, you know,
Yeah.
gunned if he tried.
There's a reason that it wasn't able to completely fly away.
Yeah.
Would've
Sorry,
been
you're not
shot
flying.
out
You're
of
not flying
the
away
sky.
from a Clawitzer. I'm sorry.
Hotel bartering XP. I will allow it. You will get an XP for hotel bartering.
Again, this episode could be named "Brooke spent an hour on the phone trying to figure out hotel details." So yeah, I think he deserves XP for that.
If for no other reason, then perhaps that was more time spent on that than needed to be.
I'd like to bring up the fact, because I still keep track of XP. Brooke just reached 501 XP.
Woo.
Ew.
The highest so far has been Ralph with 522.
Huh. Where's Tucker at this point?
Tucker is at 498.
Okay. All pretty close.
And Ryda is at 463.
Ah,
How'd I get that far ahead?
you're a character.
That's a good question.
You
For
probably could.
big
Maybe-
majority, Riley was actually in the lead, even when he wasn't here.
He was a real go-getter, so that makes sense.
Yeah, he was real good, and he had the lucky egg for a really long time.
Which helped,
That too.
immensely. Yeah, I'm sure.
I feel like it's at least partially due to the fact that I at the very least, early on, I ended up rewarding moments way more than I probably should have.
Oh yeah, I can tell you, the earlier sessions you gave out XP like it was nothing.
And I may or may not be suffering slightly for it now, but I can adjust.
Indeed.
Now it's
And I
more
wanna say,
consistent
like,
with
I got
bursts of big XP.
Yeah. I want to say, like, when I evolved, you gave me a cache of, like, 15 or 20.
Green dots are six times current score, right? If I'm spinning XP.
Yes.
Green dots are specialties, and I believe that's
Yeah.
correct.
6 times current. Okay. I'm gonna give Tucker a few things. Let's see. Okay. I was also looking at everybody else's specialties. Gotta see what people are doing. They're very easy to neglect, but they're very cheap. It's easy to forget about them, but it's also worth adding to them, I've learned. I forget, is there a cap for fight survival contests, or can you just cap those out as much as you want?
I'm pretty sure you can just cap them all.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no Pokemon species-based cap. You can just cap them out at 5, and then cap out your specialties.
Okay. They are a little more expensive than specialties, but it wouldn't take that much effort to cap those skills. 8 times current score. I'm gonna save agree.
2 more XP.
I think I'll generally increase Tucker's actual fight survival contest. That increases if some more major stuff happens. I think
They're broader categories.
Yeah. I'm gonna increase. Let's see. I'm gonna finally give him a point athletic. I think he's been active enough to deserve that. So, Tubby as he may be. So that's gonna be. I'm just gonna get a calculator. Hold on. 6.
Nice.
So that's gonna
I
bring it
think
down
I'll
to
get something as well.
87. Okay, and then I'm just gonna spit a few. So I'm also gonna get another point in. I'm gonna get some point. I'm gonna get another point in etiquette. He's been having a lot of speech stuff lately, so etiquette definitely. Please place. Damn you, Dot. Damn you.
By the way, I'm realizing that never fail moves are excellent for Clash.
Ooh,
Because if you face a clashing enemy, they're trying to reduce your accuracy to 0 successes, but never fail can never fail.
If you're having trouble placing the dots, lower your lift height. That's what I've just realized. I should be doing that. And so, yeah, it's another 6. It's 6 for the first point, 6 for the second point, and then it starts multiplying.
Yep.
So it's 81 for that second point. All right, let's see.
Part of me is debating if I should reveal the name of the move I've been training.
You certainly can.
Double team, right?
It is a mix of double team and psychic.
Yes, and I would need to look up the details of it again in order to make a card.
So since Tucker has been doing a fair amount of finding people and doing this and that, I think that it seems fair for another point of alert to be earned by now. He has been a fairly attentive doggo. So that's going to be... That was 2 points. This is the third point, so that's going to be... Well, 6 times current score, so that's going to be 12 experience for that one. So 61... 69. Nice. Alright, let's see. That's what I learned. Maybe I'll stop there. It's nice. It's a nice stop point. Yeah, I think 3 points is good enough. I don't want to spend too many all at once. That feels weird. So I'll buy 3 points. 3 points is still 3 more points than I usually buy at the end of session. So.
I'm actually gonna get 1 more strength, and that'll max out my Snorlax buffnet.
That is fair. See, that's another reason I'm spending on these specialties, is because I've actually done that with my mains. I've maxed for what I can do for now. Snorlax has slightly lower max stats than I thought he would. Slightly lower. I expected more. I expected 5 vitality at least.
That is interesting, but I guess it sort of balances out their huge HP pool.
Well, the insight and strength. Insight is I'm trying to remember what insight really does. It's
insight is special defense.
Right. Oh, okay. So their focus is all strength and special defense then. That's how the standard for this.
Hit hard and don't get hit as hard by energy attacks.
Wait, is Snorlax better with special defense than physical defense? Is that actually the case in the games?
Maybe?
I thought it was about equal, actually. Both really solid.
I feel like about equal.
Huh. Can't earning more, just stay at 69. Okay, well I can earn more once I get over 69 again. I guess. Oh, Jude, wait, hold on. Do specialty points add levels? I forget.
Yes.
Oh, okay. How's that math work again? Let's see.
You gain a number of levels equal to the point number that you just obtained. So if you got a 3rd point in alert, you gain 3 levels for it.
But, oh no, I'm right, though. It only applies if you buy attributes or skills. It doesn't apply to specialties.
I always apply the level adjustment for specialties anyway.
Oh, what? I've never done that once with any of my specialties.
Can I refund levels and skills for EXP?
Also, I don't think I don't think anybody has actually used add levels for specialty points.
I don't recall if I did.
I can tell. See, I add the levels for specialties when I adjust combat encounters.
Oh, okay.
Because I
mean, I see the logic. They do add to your stats. It's just, but again, we can modify that. I just didn't know we were. But yeah, the original thing. There's a card right here. I had it over here so I could remember myself.
Yeah, it's okay if you stop tracking your level, because I don't think any of you uses Nightshade.
Yeah, I'm just gonna continue not tracking the specialties because at this point it would take forever to do that.
Yeah, I track it for the purposes of encounter creation.
Fair. In that case, I would say if you do that, then I would just put a little note for yourself to make sure that the enemies are slightly over leveled past us then. Since we are not using those factors, so they should be higher level than us technically. By that
I've stopped keeping track of your levels.
Okay.
Because the way the encounter building system works, it's easy, hard, deadly, and then I can adjust to customize as I need, and their level is a general gauge of how powerful they are for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's not versus your level. If I want something to be a nasty encounter, I'll make it stronger.
Fair enough. But let's see here.
Mr. Popo voice.exe activate. Have a good night, everybody.
Alright, with 6 strength.
Ralph just hits like a truck.
Yes, indeed. My damage pool. Right.
Kyrio did ask a question, Car.
Oh.
He asked, "Can I refund levels and skills for XP?"
Oh, I never answered that. No, not baseline anyway. I would let you refund them with training, but not.
Oh, that's it.
So if he wants to do that, he'd have to spend time in game to do it.
Yes.
Okay.
And or just flat out spend money, but I haven't been giving you guys a ton of money, which I should adjust.
That's my damage pool if I'm belly drummed for body slam. 12. I can attack with a damage pool of 12.
I need to start bringing Ralph wherever it goes so they can just chuck Ralph. Imagine the damage.
Also, I will simply ask, did everybody finish with their character sheets?
It'll take 52 sessions to max out my stats. Look, you get XP for fights and other things. It's not going to take 52 sessions, Kyrio.
I mean, that should give us just enough time to get back to Savantone.
Also, hey, Ralph might actually be able to match that Crawdon in strength.
Hey, it says, I'm curious what Mewtwo's mark move would be. Well, Mewtwo's mark is not a traditional mark, though I do wonder if it might be possible to get a move from them somehow.
So, the name of the move is Mark of Justice, but it's not a quote-unquote mark move, it is an acolyte move.
Yeah, that's the right term for it.
It is a mark move.
That's not a category.
Well, it might be.
Okay.
but the category of it is it's an acolyte move. But you may find that there are other marks that pop up in the game from now on.
I get that
because I
impression,
like
yeah.
the idea of that status.
What's Mewtwo's mark do? It doesn't do anything for us, but it lets him. Is that what lets him just watch?
Well,
stuff,
it lets Mewtwo zap books back that you may have taken out from a distance.
Oh, so it's a library. So it's a glorified library return bin. Got it.
It can be. It also lets them contact you if and when they desire and keep tabs on you.
Yeah.
But
is contact actually possible with it? That's interesting.
Technically, lets him watch her soap opera life. Yes, and Mewtwo is totally loving it right now because, like, he went through a whole bowl of popcorn watching what Ryder was doing.
Wait, Ryder doesn't have his mark though.
Yeah, I was gonna say they can see Ryder.
Ryder was a resident.
Oh, I guess.
Also, shit, you're right.
I guess you're right though. I mean,
Damn it.
I mean, maybe there's some amount of you've been in my
Ryder
presence
isn't
enough.
Marked. Now I'm sad.
Ryder specifically denied it.
No,
Because they didn't want to be watched by. They didn't want to be watched by Mewtwo.
That's fair. Everybody signed a contract saying they were willing to have their public life. They're like a reality TV contract. We were all willing when we got the mark.
Yep. The mark also lets you freely enter the library.
Which is also
it's basically a library pass.
Yeah. But it's not really an acolyte mark, is it?
No. Mewtwo can't make acolytes in the same way other legendaries can.
Right. So that's so in other words, getting back to the original question, it's unlikely that we can get an acolyte move from Mewtwo.
No, you cannot.
Of any sort.
Mewtwo cannot bestow moves in the same manner as properly divine legendaries can.
Yeah. There does seem to be some utility to it, but not that much utility.
Right or not as right is his version of Law and Order. No. Judge Dredd.
I can see a little bit, especially with that new move. Really encouraging the Judge Dredd now. All right. Well, this was a fun session.
Very much so, yes.
And I thank everyone for joining me on it.
And there goes Kyrio.
I'm glad people had fun. We went late again, but that's fine.
Yeah, it's all good.
No complaints here.
Nice, solid session. Good progress, good conversations, good activities. Honestly, just kind of a good overall session. Very much what I consider a good baseline for a good session of, a tabletop game, I'd say.
So long as you all had fun, then I'm happy.
I did. Like I said, it was nice to sit down and relax for a bit with this, because so much physical activity lately. Gotta do more tomorrow. I'm gonna go to a museum with Esther. It's like we were gonna do, so.
Okay. I need to actually go to bed now.
Yeah, that's fair.
Good night.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
The table save.
Hold on. Let me save again, because I'm always OCD
Paranoid.
about that.
Oh, I wonder, did anyone notice my little message on the right side of the screen that's been there the entire
If you
thing?
read this, you're cute. Honestly, I couldn't remember if it wasn't there last session or not. I have no idea how you added that.
I put it there at the beginning of the session. Okay, see the little pencil icon at the bottom right?
Yeah. Oh. Okay. I never clicked that.
Yeah, I
I've
learned it
put
from
stuff
Chris.
there before.
I actually thought it was there last session, so I didn't call it out because I think I really thought somebody's going to be like, dude, it was there last session. I'd be like, oh, I'm dumb. I thought it was.
No, it was B.
We're saved.
Okay, we are saved.
Cool.
Saw that coming.
Yeah. I love how objects randomly fall several times before deloading. I don't really understand why that is. And it ended right on the last note of the song. What the hell? the radio disappearing because of the table break actually ended right at the right moment. That's kind of great. Okay, well. In any case, yes. You all have a good night. I'm gonna get going too, because I got some other stuff to do. But I'll do a little short insight, not too long. But I'll see you all for next Pokerole in 2 weeks, and I'll see you all for a Friday stream as well. So I will be doing that. I know I took Tuesday off, but I'm going to do Friday. Not sure what it is yet. I'll think about it when I get there. But yes, thank you everyone for coming. I normally turn the camera away from the table, but it's kind of gone right now. So good night, everyone. I hope you had a good time.
Bye.